Hey everyone. Oh, hello. You guys just jumped into this chat and I was like, I didn't even get a chance to get a breather. Hey everybody. All right, let me say hello to some of the folks in the chat. I might not say hello to everybody, but I'm gonna get as many as I can, okay? So we can rush to get through this. Hey Lisa. Hey Jim. Hey, I said what I said. Hey, Miss Green Eyes. Hey, Kia. Hey, Julie Washington. Welcome. Auntie D is in the house with the tea. Hey, Miss Atkinson. Hello, Laura Campbell. Edna Jackson. Terry Brown. Shy Scorpio. Hello, West Coast all day every day. Let me stop. Hey, Nosy Rosie. Hey, Steph, Demi, Vicky Bales in the house. Hey, Carla. Hello, Logan. Hey, Catcha Patcha. Hey, Okay. Tion. You know I get that tongue tie, right? Hey, Tion, Yvonne. Hey, Karen, Bonita, the Blessed Touch. Hello, Patricia Cunningham. Hello, SW. DDS. DD Stars 73 is in the house. Hey, Jay. Okay, Springer. Okay, that's a long one right there. Hey, Pat Booker. Hey, I need snack and a meal. I need a snack and a meal. Hey, Denise. Hey, MAPRPR Cynthia. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Demetra. Lisa, Lulu. Hey, Jacqueline. JD's in the house. Lily! Hey, Lily. Hey, Wars. Hello, Kim. Hey, V. Vitamin B3, right? Okay. Hey, Reba. Okay. Whew, I'm tired. That was a lot. But let me get on. Oh, Kiki. I don't want to miss you. Hey, Kiki. All right. Guys, guess what? Shirley is getting double for her trouble, y'all. Shirley is getting double for her trouble. She ain't gonna have no more money problem. Well, she may if she don't know how to handle her new money, right? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Hey, Shirley Easley. What? She got her contract renewed for 5 years at $5 million over the 5 years. So that's $1 million a year. But she was making $400,000 before. Now she's getting double for her trouble. $1 million per year. Did you hear that? $1 million per year on Steve. And I got the proof. Sandra Rose put it out today and she gave me a shout out. All right, I had to bring it to you guys because Ronald earlier today. Why don't we talk about Shirley? It's okay because he wanted us to stop talking about Ernesto. Well, I'm going to talk about Shirley. Yes, signed and sealed. Yes, Demetri. Yes, $5 million over the next 5 years. So that's $1 million a year, y'all. $1 million. Let me show y'all my face. Hold on. That's five $5 million a year. Double for her trouble. Let's read it, y'all. I'm gonna put it up so you guys can read it with me. She went from strawberry to a strawberry patch. Yep, S&S. Yes, she did. All right, let's go ahead on and take a look at this, y'all. Hold on. All right, here we go. There we go. Right here. Steve Harvey renews Shirley Strawberry's contract for $5 million. $5 million over the next 5 years, right? There it is, right there, y'all. On today's date. Sandra Rose. Shout out to Sandra Rose, okay? See? They all smiles, y'all. Steve Harvey reportedly renewed Shirley Strawberry's morning show contract for $5 million for over 5 years, y'all. 5 years. They got the big Kool-Aid smile on that face, right? I would have a big Kool-Aid smile on my face getting ready to make a million a year, y'all. From 400,000 right there. See, it says in 2022, Shirley earned an estimate of $400,000 as co-host of the syndicated Steve Harvey Morning Show. But she struggled financially due to the strain of paying her estranged husband, Ernesto Williams' debt, including garnishment, eviction, car repossession, and her adult daughter's monthly rent. Due to her husband's fraudulent activity, Shirley lost everything, including her home, cars, designer clothes, bag, and fine china dinnerware. So remember we were talking about the dinnerware, y'all. She lost that too. Remember we was trying to figure out what happened to her stuff. He probably gave it to that lady. Remember she was looking for her china? Said that apology got her paid. Good for her. Why wasn't it already so? Hope she get more financially responsible and get rid of that Nesto weight. But you know what, Jam, I agree with you. But she needs to probably get some financial counseling. Because no matter how much she makes, if she has that mentality of spending, and not saving and not doing some sort of investment with her money, she's going to be in the same state that she's in right now. So she has to do better with her money. She has to do much better. Shout out to Steve Harvey for helping her to regain her financial stability. Okay, let me go ahead on and give you guys some more of this success. We read the husband thing, right? At one point in 2022, Shirley was homeless until a friend took her in. We don't know who that friend was. That was Tasha. Tasha let her into her home. So I guess she's no longer living with Tasha anymore, y'all. Can we say that's safe to say? Okay, let's go down. Shirley, 69, married Ernesto, 58, in 2015. There is evidence that he was still married to another woman when he proposed to Shirley. Uh-oh. We already know that about. See, shout out to our girl Chronicle Speaks, because she is the one who basically put out that explosive news about him still being married to all these different women and not really fully getting divorced, still married to Edith. That's who was the first wife, right? Tasha, not Tasha K. No, not Tasha K. No, her friend Tasha. Because if you listen to some of the phone calls, she kept mentioning Tasha. Not Carla, but Tasha. And that's who she was staying with. Yeah. No, not Tasha K. Okay, so let's finish reading. So it says here, he was still married to another woman when he proposed to Shirley, right? He was arrested multiple times over the years on charges of armed robbery and theft by deception. He served at least 10 years in prison. Ernesto is currently locked up in Atlanta area jail since July 2022. He is charged with wire fraud, aggravated S battery, the grape, aggravated sodomy, and child P. According to who? Bam! Sylvia! Infamous Sylvia! Let me stop. According to the YouTuber Infamous Sylvia, on October 17th, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Kimberly Edmonds Adam denied bond for Ernesto because he is a flight risk and poses significant threat or danger to any person, the community, and to any property in the community. The judge also determined the defendant poses a significant risk of committing a felony while out on bond. There you go. Look at them right there. All right, it says here, among his charges, Ernesto is accused of raping a 19-year-old woman and forcing her to sign an NDA agreement in blood in 2019. Ernesto shaved his lengthy beard for his court appearance last Tuesday. He scuffled into the court wearing a jail-issued orange jumpsuit and a white sleeve shirt and a wrist and leg chain. According to YouTuber Infamous Sylvia, Shirley was not in the courtroom for the bond hearing. She is in the process of annulling her marriage to Ernesto. Watch the bond hearing below. Y'all, there we go. There go me. Shout out to Sandra Rose. Woo woo! Oh, I got some cash. Let me play my music. You know, folks be like, "See, could you stop playing that dreadful music?" Here come the dreadful music. Hold on. Thank you. Okay, who's T? Okay, I miss T's. Okay, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Who is that other person? Hold on. Gotta go up. Okay, thank you, M. Bahati Kumba. Thank you so much for this super chat. I appreciate y'all. So, guys, Shirley is getting paid, y'all. She's getting paid. Getting paid. Shout out to the person who brought that news to me, because every time somebody see my name someplace, they say, "Okay, let me send it to her." And shout out to Unscripted Angel. Thank you for that information. She's the one who it popped up on her stuff, and she was like, "Oh, there go Miss Sylvia." Okay, so shout out to her. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lulu is in the house. Let me play my dreadful music again. Hold on. So much money. So much money. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, because you guys, I told you I'm going to celebrate you no matter what it is. I'm going to celebrate your giving, because you guys didn't have to do it, but you did. And I am so, so grateful for it. So now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all. My husband says we need to talk about Shirley. He said we need to talk about Shirley. So not that he's on Ernesto's side. It's just that we need to concentrate on the person that had to deal with all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because he was acting like he was protecting her, but he was using her. You know what I mean? And so we need to focus on her, because she needs restoration, and God is blessing her. I don't care what nobody said. He is blessing her. He's restoring everything she lost. And I don't think that I believe she knew some things, and I believe she knew some things, but she was more focused on to the institution of married and thinking that this man was like there for her protector, and what do you think? What you guys think? I like it when you guys come up here and talk. So guess what? I'm gonna put the link in here, and I want you guys to come up here and let's have a conversation about this. What do you guys think? Are you happy for her? Or are you just, like, do you think she, wait, here's a question. Do you think she's still supporting him? Do you think she's still supporting him? Do you think she's still supporting him? Do you think, let me do a poll here. Let me do a poll. I want you guys to vote. I need you guys to vote. Hold on, let me put up my thing here. So I want to know if you guys think that she is still supporting him. Because I listened to a call today, y'all, when she hung up that phone. I mean, she let that call drop, and he was like, hello? Hello? I think at that point she was getting frustrated. She really started seeing the true light in this whole situation. But I think she was more embarrassed. Hold on a second. I think she was more embarrassed than anything. Okay, here's my poll of the question. Do you think Shirley is still supporting Nesto? Okay, that is the question. That is the poll for us to start. Yes or no? I need you guys to vote. Do you think she is still supporting this man? Do you think she's still supporting this man? Congratulations, Shirley. I hope. Okay, let me read some of the stuff that you guys are saying in here. I'm starting from right here after the StreamYard. Like I say, betrayal trauma is real. I pray she gets counseling. Absolutely. And if she has been a battered woman, she could still be battered emotionally with this man, having that mindset that she can't move forward without him, or she need his help, you know what I mean? And she gave everything to him because she was, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Just a question. She says, I'm happy. No. Good point, Tion. What did Tion say? Let me see what she said. Hold on. Let's see what Tion said. Tion said, I hope she's strong enough to leave him alone for good. Yeah, a lot of battered women keep going back. He's disgusted. He's disgusted. His manipulation and control over her as care. Okay. Let's see. Happy Shirley. Okay. Miss Connor. Hello.
Hello, you can
How are
hear
you?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. This is my first time calling in to you.
Well, welcome.
Yeah. I'm glad you did this tonight because I was thinking about this earlier
Uh-huh.
about how her how parts of Shirley needed Ernesto and how parts of him needed Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say that we attract in people the things that we need? And I believe that she did need that protector and that provider, and he was fulfilling that role for her. And then for him, he needed that woman that was going to fulfill that role of not really paying attention, but he could kind of, yeah. So I was like, wow. And then I could turn to your channel and you're saying, and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what the need was. And I think she'd been sitting there listening to Steve all them years talking about he got to protect you, he got to provide, he got to profess, and
Mm.
she bought into it. She just bought straight into it. And I mean, I hope she's woke up by now, but yeah.
So, what do you think? My poll question is: do you think she's still supporting him?
I don't know. I'm hoping she's not. If she's found out the things that have been going on, I'm hoping she finally let go. Sometimes it's probably hard, but I'm hoping that if she's found out all the things
Hmm.
that he's been doing, that she finally is letting go.
You
But
think
then the other day she was in the courtroom. But you know what? Sometimes you have to do that in order to walk away and let go. You have to hear it.
yeah, you got to hear the facts of what's going
Right. You
on, what
got to hear
happened.
some of it, yep, in order to just completely let go. And she might have still been holding on a little bit. But when you go in that courtroom and you hear what he did, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't do this no more. And I just wanted to hear it for myself.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with
Yeah.
you. 'Cause, now it's slapping you in the face. It's like it's not that la la thing that he's trying to tell you that okay, it's not what you think. It's not this. Now, when you're hearing the actual like not the stuff that he's accused of, but the stuff that he has done in the past.
Right.
Maybe she didn't know the whole logistic of everything. He might have just told, "Oh, I robbed the bank, but I didn't have a gun," or I mean, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're hearing armed robbery. You're hearing all this other stuff that he has done, and then more charges are coming. And remember, he is innocent until proven guilty. I'm just talking about his criminal past and what he has done in the past.
Right.
That there are certain things he took a plea to, and he agreed he did it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't say he's just an innocent dude, but he's innocent of these charges until proven guilty. So we got to say that to protect ourselves. But as far as her, sometimes you do have to get that smacked in your face and get reality back
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm hoping that she's finally, finally given up. But yeah, because I heard something he said to her. I don't know if it was today or yesterday on one of those calls. He's like, not that she knew, but it was something that he said. She would say, oh, well, they're talking about what you did when you were younger, which I was thinking maybe she didn't understand that he had an adult criminal record, that she thought maybe it was something back in the 80s. But then he said something about the 13 years and something like that. And I'm like, oh, so she didn't know the more recent.
Yeah. But see, the
Yeah.
other thing too, during the marriage, right after they got married, a couple of months later,
Mm,
he was arrested for I think 3 times, right? So
yeah, that's
why didn't she ask questions about those things?
she wanted to bury her head in the sand and she didn't want to know. And if she did ask questions, the way he handles her, he never really answered her questions.
Mm,
Because you can tell the way he handles her on that phone, when she start asking questions or she make a comment that he don't want to answer, he automatically changed the subject into something else.
yeah, he
And
does.
she probably is not, and of course she's not technologically literate at all. You can tell. So
And she's not confrontational. She's not one of those kind of
no,
come at you. No, she's not. She's
she's
not.
not even going to ask questions or go on her own and go research. Because sometimes you don't have to be confrontational, but you can still go on your own and do some research.
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
I maybe she was fearing didn't want to see the whole thing.
No, I think she didn't. No, but yeah, I was like, yeah, so you right there tonight.
Yeah, it's ew. Well, this it seemed like never ending. One of the thing, Miss Connor, I was thinking about was the call that I heard this afternoon, um
Mm-hmm.
when Sonia was telling, like, Sonia acting like she's the attorney for some strange reason.
She
But
is.
yeah, but the call about him, with them not indicting him. Do you know
Right.
he's not indicted right now? And this is from charges from last year. The charges for the conspiracy with Erica, because Erica's out on bond, so she don't have to worry about all that. So they could keep
Oh.
prolonging. But he is the co-conspirator to the crimes that Erica did. The
Mm-hmm.
sign forging the signature, acting like she's an attorney, all that other stuff that Erica has done. That has not been indicted yet, and that's over 400 and something days.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna handle that because eventually they're gonna have to do some sort of indictment. If not, they're gonna have to drop the charges.
Yeah, they can't charge him after so long. So I don't know how they're going to handle that. And I guess they're still trying to find out. But if it was mainly between him and Erica not going to turn him in, he ain't going to turn her in. So they won't really have the evidence because they was tied up for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Stacy,
Hi, Sylvia.
how are you?
Good.
All right, Stacy. Question: what do you think? Do you think she's going to stand by him, or is she done?
I think she done, especially since she got her money.
She have money, right?
Yeah, she good now. She don't need him.
Mm,
I don't think she needed him back then either because it was him taking her money. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah.
but she didn't know it though, because she was on that, like that lady is saying, like Mrs. Corner is saying, she was on that. She was on that stuff that her boss, was telling her about how she need a man and he need to take care of her. So she, she drunk Kool Aid. She drunk everybody's Kool Aid.
wow. Hold on,
Yeah.
y'all. We got it. I got a super chat. I gotta acknowledge my super chat people. Please hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me acknowledge. Gotta do my music. I know y'all hate it, but I gotta do it. I got to do my music. Shirley Easley. Let's acknowledge her super chat. Thank you, Shirley. Money, money, so much money. Thank you, Shirley. Okay, Victoria, hi.
Good evening. I good or yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Where are you at? Where are you located?
I'm in Vegas.
Oh, so
Oh,
it
yeah.
is like what time is it over there? It's still like lights outside.
It no, the it the time it started like earlier this month that it started getting dark. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
dark. It's pitch black outside.
Okay.
Okay.
So how are you? You
I'm
know I'm gonna
doing
ask you the
well.
same question I'm gonna ask everybody.
I think she is still supporting him, and I'm just going to speak from my own experience. I dated a narcissistic man off and on for about 15 years. He passed away 2 years ago. He committed suicide during the pandemic, and it was
Mm,
very very hard to break away from. He was very manipulative. I didn't have a term for it, like what he was doing to me. I didn't have that term for it until like started getting into like these court trials, like the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, and I finally figured out what was happening. Um, Shirley has narcissistic tendencies, but I don't think she's a narcissist.
Mhm.
So I think she is still supporting him because it's very hard to break away from a narcissistic person and to it's very hard to break away from a narcissistic person and actually gain your own strength. So I think, and she's not a strong person, she's
Mm,
not, and she's not all there mentally.
mhm,
Like as far I'm what I'm so when I say not all there mentally, I mean in the sense of she's comfortable not allowing someone else to do everything for her,
mhm,
and as she wants to be a kept woman.
mm.
She likes having like in a sense he was almost like a boy toy
Uh,
and her do boy. So she was very she fell into a fold of just comfort, and she turned a blind eye to all this. So she wants that back, and it's really hard to when you get comfortable like that, and especially at that age, you don't want to release that.
mhm,
And she still, and I think in the back of her mind, she still thinks that who is hating on my man like this.
mm.
So I do think that she has shown him some support. Because just think, just a few months ago, less than 6 months ago, she was writing to the judge saying, please release him.
That was in June. Sure
yeah,
Yeah.
did.
that
Mhm.
was.
Yeah, it was in
Mhm.
June.
So that's not that long ago. That's the snap of a finger. She was like still beating the pavement for this man.
Hmm, hmm.
So I don't think she gave up that easy. I do think that was her in court and she
Let me
tried
tell
to.
you, Victoria, I'm going to agree with you. The more those that LLL put out those pictures, it was definitely her.
Mm.
I can't, I said it wasn't because I really didn't pay attention to her. But when I went back and I start thinking and start like, the way her eyes were, she had big eyes in the mask, but you couldn't see her mouth. So that's why I didn't think too much of her. But I know for a fact those people that was there for him because the deputy told the younger one where he was going to sit at and where for them to sit. So I know that those people was for him at the time. So
See that's insane. And the fact, if it were me, even if I was there to support him, just you've already had to shame yourself and go on national radio and bow down to your boss and kiss butt. Why would you even sit on his side? Like why not sit like kind of in the back?
hold on, I do have to interject something because I have to be fair on both sides. That is her husband. Whether or not we like it or not, that is her husband, right, Stacy?
Okay.
That is
Yeah,
her husband.
that's her husband. But this is what I have to say about it. I really feel like maybe she's just now coming to.
She could be. I hope she is.
Maybe she's just now seeing the light and wanted to come to court to see exactly what everybody is talking about. And maybe her boss put that in her contract. Shirley, you're gonna have to go to court and you're gonna have to see what's going on for yourself because all these people talking about you. And yeah, we're getting good ratings and all that, but we're gonna have to let him go. Because I see Steve saying, I see her boss saying that allegedly. I see him telling her that because he's all about the ratings and his money and his coins. And I don't feel like, I don't feel like he's gonna let her husband bring bring
The
everything
showdown.
down for him.
And I don't think I don't think Steve is gonna actually let her bring herself down. I know he can only do so much. He's her longtime friend, but he's also still her boss. And they can only say so much, and you can see how defensive she is over him. So I do think he probably went to bat for her.
Well,
He
that's why he
probably,
sent her to court so she could
yeah.
see what the charges are. Because all this time, think about it. She's never went to court
Yeah,
that we
because
know of.
she
She's never
wasn't on the
shown up.
Zoom calls or anything.
None of that. And I feel like he
Mm-mm.
told her.
Well,
I
we
feel like
don't
he
know if
told
she
her
was on the Zoom calls. You don't know who's on the Zoom calls. I just want to
Well,
tell
you
you.
don't, but he was telling her what went on those
That's
calls
true.
when he
That's
was
true.
showing up.
Yeah, she never knew.
Yeah, you're right. You're right
She
around that.
never even went to jail to visit him.
Well,
Right.
you
Oh, she
can't
did.
visit anymore.
They do video calls
Yeah,
now.
they do videos.
Yeah.
But
Especially
now
where
we
he's at Cobb County. They do video calls there.
I feel like he sold her a dream, guys.
He
And I
did.
don't think you get to be here 70 years and not know anything. She may look like she's gullible and she may look like she's weak, but you don't get to live life for 70 years and not know anything. And I think she just enjoyed the lifestyle that he gave her because he acted like he was her personal assistant. She didn't have to do anything. He treated her like a princess. He treated everybody else bad, but he treated Shirley like a princess.
He did.
but
And that's what she bought into. That's what she needed from him.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
why she was attracted to him, is
Yeah. And
because he treated her the way she felt like she
she
needed to
wanted
be treated by a man.
Yeah.
right.
I think when you get to like especially hardworking women, single women, single mothers, you get to a point where you're like, can somebody just take over for a second, or take
Right.
over? And I know, I mean, I've been like that at certain times where it's
Yeah,
like
I'm like that now.
I want somebody to make a decision for me. I'm tired of
Yes.
making decisions.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy. Welcome.
Hey, hi, how's everybody?
Good. Okay. Question to everyone. Demi, what do you think? Do you think she's still supporting him, or has she just given up?
So I think maybe publicly she is probably done with him, but I think privately she's still connected in some way and is still trying to gather information and like gather
Absolutely.
herself before she leaves. However, though, like with this new contract and all of this, I think Steve is definitely throwing her a bone. And I believe it's like an unspoken, unwritten term in the contract that she must find out everything and leave the situation alone and rebuild her life these next, 5 years. So I feel like that's Steve kind of, trying to lend a helping hand, but also, kind of let her know, nudge her on to like move on away from him. However, I just feel like Shirley is kind of slow about doing things since she has been so codependent on him, and her life has been turned upside down. So I still think she's trying to gather herself. So I'm kind of on the fence. Like I'm kind of in between. I think she's done with him publicly for her public image. She
Mhm.
doesn't want to publicly support him. However, I do feel like privately she still has some ties and she's still trying to gather everything. She's probably teetering on the edge.
Don't they have morality clauses in these
I
Yeah, they
contracts?
do. And he said that to her when the time where she was on the phone with him and she said that Steve texted her and was like, "You're too old to lose everything that you've worked for. And we have this clause in your contract." He was trying to bring that, to her attention, but Shirley was not trying to hear it. And she was saying that she doesn't like the negative things that people are saying. And her feelings were hurt that Steve said she was too old. But, he did bring up that clause in the contract. So I'm pretty sure he reiterated that like before, when the contract came about this time. So
Okay. All right.
I
All right.
I
Hold
personally
on.
think that
Hold on. Yeah, I got to do my little
sorry.
thing. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. All right. Thank you so much. Call me darling. Let me do my little music here. Hold on. All right. I make it short. I make my music short. All right. Let me just let Jinky come in, and then you, Victoria, you can say what you're gonna say. Hey, Jinky, how are you?
Hi, hi, I'm good. Hi, Chad. I just wanted to say, do I think that she's done with him? I think it might have been part of her contract with Steve in order for her to get this 5 million because he is a friend. I think he gave her that extra money to get herself back on track. But
You're breaking up.
today,
You're saying some good stuff, but I can't hear you. Breaking up.
I'm sorry, I'll call back.
Okay. Victoria, you want to say what you're gonna
Oh,
say?
I was oh Lord, I forgot. I think what I was no, yeah, he's throwing her a bone, but I think that she's trying to be ride or die as much as she can, and I still think she's so, I'm a believer of the word, but not to the point where it makes you look
mm-hmm,
silly.
mm-hmm.
And everybody around her has tried to surround her in love and light. And what I'm curious about is if you hear these phone calls and you hear him kind of put down everybody, and then she feeds into it, because he asks her questions in such a negative way to make her say something bad. I'm curious to know if you guys think, and this is a good poll maybe in the future, Sylvia,
Okay.
if you think that she's listening to every single call that drops, because she heard the first few calls.
I think she's listening more now.
I think she is now with her, probably gathering her information. I think now she's probably on the hunt for information, listening to the calls, probably listening to the YouTube videos that have been made and all of that. So hopefully she is. Hopefully.
And a follow up to that is, do you think she's lawyered up yet?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I believe she's lawyered up. Definitely, because especially with that marriage, those marriage not being her marriage not being
Mhm.
valid with them, she definitely gonna have to lawyer up. Because
Yeah.
annulment's gonna come through. Because
Mhm.
he deceived her.
He did. He deceived everyone. And I can just hear Steve. I can just hear her boss and her co and his nephew, laughing and talking about it. I'm gonna throw this fool a bone. I can hear them joking about it and just watching. And she probably want to say, well, why is everybody so against him? And I really feel like that's why she went to court to find out what's really going on.
Well, I love dog bones, so you can throw me as much bones as you want to, so I can reset my life. Thank you. Because that's like you got to think of so $1 million a year. That's I don't know what Georgia taxes are, but I'm assuming that's what like she's making. Wait, like what? I don't know. I can't do math very well, so
I can't either.
it's
Don't ask me.
so it's at least 70,000. I would think at least 70,000 a month after after taxes and everything. 70,000 per month, girl. That is enough. That would be enough to
That's
reset my entire life.
Woo!
Yeah.
That I could reset my entire life, pay off student loans, pay off my car, pay off everything, girl,
Yes.
and get me a nice little apartment. I don't have to live in Buckhead. Why are you so concerned? Yeah, so you
she
want
should get
everybody
a
to see
house.
you?
But Victoria, you
Yes.
Try to
could
work
have
on
lived
getting
off
a
of
house.
$40,000 a month. Anybody in this chat could have lived off the money that she was making.
Yeah,
And
because she was doing
Oh,
40, right? Wasn't she?
yeah,
very
we could have
good.
lived off of
Very
that a
good.
month. So at the end of the day, she's like everybody else. The more you make, the more you spend. I'm
That's
sorry,
it. That's
but
it.
that's just how it goes. No matter how much you make, you always spend. You'll spend 80% of what you make for whatever reason, and the other 20% go to your bills.
Well,
Speaking
take one
of
of them.
bills, hold on, y'all. Got to do my thank you. Hold on. Speaking
That's
of
for
bills.
me.
Thank you, Vicky. All right. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, guys. You know I got to do it. I know people hate my music, but I
I
don't care.
love your music. I
I
love that
love,
little
I love
song.
that
Thank you,
African
ladies.
music.
Thank you.
I'll be up in here doing my little hula dance.
I
Like,
mean,
I do my,
yes.
I'm doing the African dance every time you play it.
All right, go ahead. Who was talking before I disrupt you? Was that you, is it Janky? Is it, you know me and these names. Zeki? Is Zess?
Jackson,
Zess?
Jackson.
Okay, is that Jesse? What Jesse, right? Jesse. Okay. Who was is it who was talking? Because I started playing the music.
Let Jackson talk. We'll hear what she has to
Oh,
say.
Jumped out. She just jumped
jump back.
out. She
Jump
probably
back.
got kicked out. Stacy,
Mm.
you want to go ahead and continue? Where's Aunt D? She disappeared.
Yeah, because I really wanted to hear what she have to say. I
Me
know she got a
too.
lot to
Come back
say.
in here, cause everybody want to hear you.
But the bottom line is, if you're married and like you said, Victoria, he kind of leads her down this rabbit hole when they're talking. That's just bedroom pillow talk. That's just how they talk to each other.
It's so negative, though. It's so absolutely negative. I know she believes in the word, and she only believes in the good pieces of the word.
That's
She never really focuses on, okay, there are times where you do have to you have to struggle, or thinking about your sins. Okay, she does. She just only. Sorry, go ahead.
uh, I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't say anything.
she piecemeal. I think I'm hearing an echo. She kind of piecemeals only the good things. I understand she's trying to give him encouragement, but it's like, sweetheart, you kind of have to put some reality in front of you. And whenever she does, like, say, "Oh, this is serious," and he just he laughs in her face,
You get on
and
my
I just and I sometimes when I hear her, I think she's ungrateful for a lot of the things that she has.
But
You were blessed
but
with
she
a
thinks he's
daughter.
the princess. She think he's the best thing that she's ever met. Because you have to think about her past. She was abused the last time,
Was
allegedly,
she?
when she
I
was
didn't know
married.
that.
Yeah,
by the
she says
police officers. Some police officers.
allegedly she was, supposed to have had abuse in her last marriage, and so I'm sorry, but Ernesto could fool any woman. I mean, listen how you talk to every woman.
Yeah.
I
He
He
think
has that
switches it
game
up.
with everybody, and and the way that he was living his lifestyle, he could have fooled you. I mean, yeah, some things are gonna happen, but when you get married, that's a bond, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you don't just let your husband go because he made one or two mistakes. You have to kind of give him time to grow, and maybe that's what she thought she was doing. When after she cleaned up his record, she thought maybe they was gonna be on, to marital bliss by her being uh by her not being a good money manager. That was nothing new for them, for her to have to, go through the bankruptcies and well bankruptcy and get evicted. That was like a normal process for her, it seemed like. She
And you
was
know,
like living on the edge.
the thing is, he did treat y'all. Let's just admit it. The guy
He
really
treated
made
her
it
well.
seem like he really
Mhm.
cared for her, her
Yeah.
concern. I mean, he was like very attentive to her needs, and
Mhm.
who wouldn't want that? Let's just be honest. Who
Right.
wouldn't?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be
Right.
princess. You want to be princessed out. You want to be able to feel like a princess. But it's that
Let's be smart.
yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
he
I
took
mean,
money
Let's
from
be
other
sm-
women. He took money from other women to give it to
and
her.
give it.
Right.
Yes,
He
he
was such
did.
a con man.
He took
I.
it, bought a car, bought a ring.
Yeah.
hmm I would like to know what Shirley is doing today because a lot of it now is speculation for me because I don't know what she's doing today. I can only speak on what she should be doing. But Shirley's a Leo, and Leo's. I'm a Leo. We tend to, if we have what we feel are haters, oh, we're gonna show them haters that we don't care, and life is good. That's
Mm-hmm.
why
So you got
Shirley continues to
a
throw
lie.
out.
So it's a lie. Leo's the liar,
Yeah,
right?
see, well, Leos can they not all of us now. Don't get it twisted. You don't get it twisted because you got the July Leos and you got the August Leos. We different,
Okay,
but
got you.
yeah, she has a tendency to try to make things still be okay when
Yeah.
surely it's not.
I think
So
I feel like she is moving or was moving like she had to prove something, like everything is okay. He's not this guy. Everything is all good. We live a beautiful life. Even though everything was like crumbling around them and everybody else saw it, she still was trying to, prove it and hang on. Like, we got this.
right.
Everything is good.
And a
This is
lot of people was saying Shirley was had her hand in it. I don't think so. And I'm gonna say it all the time. I said it all the time. I don't think she had any. She's clueless. She let that man run the finances, the home. She's like you said, a kept woman. Somebody has said that, and that's what she was. And he did everything, even conning
Yeah.
her. So it's sad. It really is. I'd like to know what she's doing today. I
And so
really
that's
would.
what she's doing. She's waiting to get her. She's all this time. I really feel like she's just been waiting for her life to come back together like it was
Yeah, but
because she don't see anything wrong with it.
I guarantee she has drawn closer to God. I guarantee you that, y'all.
Mm.
Yeah. Her
Who
faith
said?
for
is
real.
But she
strong
Wait a
now.
needs
minute,
to
who
get
said?
out, get her
Who
head
said?
out of the
I said, because her faith is strong now. She got a strong
But here's
faith,
the thing.
but she's not
She
smart.
I think that she appeared like her faith was strong because she, like Victoria said, like she would be reading scriptures and things that were only that she felt like, were beneficial and that kind of favored the
Yeah.
situation versus what she really needed to be reading and what she really needed to be hearing
To
from
be,
God. She was not
Mhm,
facing, yeah, she
mhm.
was not, yeah, she wasn't facing that harsh truth that sometimes that, God is trying to sit us down and teach us. So I feel
Right.
like she and then also like the discernment piece and all of that. I'm
right.
like, I know God was really trying to show you and stir you up and tell you all of these things, but Shirley really turned a blind eye and was reading only the good parts of the word or the parts that she wanted to make fit into that situation instead of really
exactly.
like, what, God, like, what is it that you want me to know, instead of trying to go look for what you think is going to fit your situation. Why don't you just sit down and really take instruction and really listen to what God is telling you? And I feel like that is what Shirley missed, because I feel like if she would have really sat down and really sat in her faith like that, then she would have got that
Well,
revelation,
if
but
she's not listening now, because this could be the wake up.
Yeah.
right now.
Like I said, I don't know what she's doing today. And
Mhm.
maybe today she's saying, oh, that was terrible. I got to walk away from it. And
Right.
God, I got it. Maybe this is her waking up, but it don't sound like it from the calls we hear now. So it's kind of like we're
Yeah.
speculating on a lot.
Well, she did
Look at
hang up, y'all. She did want to call.
Yeah. She hung
She
up.
did.
Do y'all
She
think she
sure
hung up or
did.
that it
was
disconnected?
that
Do y'all think she hung up or that it
I
disconnected?
No,
think
I
she
think she
got.
hung
I
up
think she
because
She
hung
it's
was
up.
like,
gone.
hello.
Yeah.
was that the call
Yeah.
where she was trying to read him the scripture and he kept messing it up?
That's when
Oh
he
my
kept telling
God.
her he was on that TV.
Yes,
Oh, I,
she was
oh,
like,
His
she
face
couldn't
was
believe
on
it
your
at
face.
first.
Yeah, that's what it was.
She was
She
sick.
was
She was like, oh
outdone when she
no.
heard that.
She was
Yeah, she
sick.
said, "Oh no."
Well, it's one thing about it though. Whether she let go or hold on, them people gonna break them up anyway.
Yeah, God will
Yeah,
allow things to
but
keep
yeah, where
happening
he's
to you,
at,
or He's
that's
gonna be
that,
separated.
yeah, that's
From
what's gonna break them up.
that.
So
Yeah.
And
Auntie D
and
is
it
not
sucks that
here.
she
Oh,
has
there she
to.
is. Oh, hold on, y'all. Auntie D has not spoken, y'all. We gotta let
Okay.
Auntie D come in here and speak. Auntie D,
He-
the floor is
he-
yours.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Auntie.
hello.
Hello.
I got my teeth in tonight for the victory for Shirley. For the victory for Shirley. I, I don't know if you remember me saying that she need to just let it out and
Yeah,
let them just be an open book. Sometimes we have to open up so that
Write a
God
book.
can bless us. And you see,
Mhm.
they wrote up a whole thing telling all the stuff that he was. They put everything almost in there.
Everything.
And so when she opened up, and I know that Steve probably told her, Shirley, just come out of hiding. I'll help you. Because he's
Yeah.
a Capricorn. And
Mm.
Capricorns, when they like you, they will help you.
Sure
And I
will.
truly believe that he said, Shirley, just go on and let it out. Because see, can't nobody hurt you once it's out there.
ain't that the
If,
truth?
yeah,
Mhm.
if I tell on myself, what can you tell on me?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Preach,
So
Auntie.
I just truly believe because she went on and had that exposed. I know she felt bad, but she was like, okay, I got to do this because this is really, really, really bad. I don't think that she went back to him. But I do believe that she went to that court because, like you said, Shirley been like an ostrich, putting her head under the sand. She had to see it for herself because she's a Leo. They're stubborn. My sister's a Leo. They're very stubborn. And so sometimes things have to hit my sister a certain kind of, just like Shirley. So
Mhm.
she had to see it to really believe it because she did not believe that those things was happening because, like you said, the way he swoo her and wore her and he bought her things, but he was constantly still using her money to do everything that he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a victory for Shirley. And like the Bible said, for your shame, I'll give you double
Double.
for your trouble.
Yeah.
That's what the word of God says that. And Shirley always used the word the whole time she was, well, God's gonna help us. And she always used the word. So God said his word won't go out and come back void.
Word. Exactly. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
the word went out and it did not come back void. So she got double for her trouble. And I think, like the ladies were saying, because of the contract and everything that she done signed, I know Steve told her, now look, you can't mess with him because I'm giving you a second chance.
That's
So
what I
you
said.
don't have to leave, you don't have to leave him alone. So sometimes God will push us into what we need because we ain't got enough strength, you know, and we know she's a little weak. And I just truly believe that God has pushed her into her victory. I'm happy for her, and I'm constantly I was praying for her because this is a sad case. There's so many people that are her age that are getting tricked from people because people are
Mhm.
wicked. But that's all I had to say. I'm just so happy for her. I was in here so hollering, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I was thanking God. Because I
Because
told you that I said, I give her grace because God He can restore. He's a redeemer. He's a restorer. So she's been restored. She can't go back to that mess. That's
yeah,
all I got to say.
you're absolutely right. You can't go back in there. Hey, Nozella, how are you? What is your thoughts and what do you think? What's your vote on this one?
What's the question? Is she still witness though?
Do you think she's still supporting him?
I'm gonna go with no.
I don't think she's still supporting finesse though. I think it's over. It's at some point you gotta weigh it out. Is you gonna choose this or that? If she still support him, she's a public figure. So she knows that if she try to support him, she know that the public is on her behind. I mean, this is like the biggest soap opera. This is like For My Man and American Greed all rolled in one. And so it's like I hate to say it, but I wake up wondering what's going on with the Nesto calls and Shirley and all of that. And so I'm thinking, no, her popularity, her name, because her name is everything. He done like at least
Ooh.
with the Jennifer Lewis situation, she came out and told us about what happened. I didn't know about all that. I didn't follow any reports. But with this situation, we got calls. We got Nesto talking to Sonia, Sonia laughing and all that. She's a scammer herself. I wish, oh my God, I wish I could see Sonia because she's a scammer. All she knows is scammers.
Well,
Every,
I saw pictures.
you saw them?
Yeah, I have seen the picture.
Is she pretty?
Oh.
No one see it?
Yes.
I want to see it, but is it gonna do anything like doxing?
No, it's a picture on the internet.
Oh, good. Let me mute.
Hold on a second.
You know, I think the bigger picture that nobody's talking about is her relationship with her daughter. That's what I pray for. I'm happy she got another opportunity to make money at 70. Because I
But
was worried about her money, but I worry about her relationship with her and her daughter and her grandkids.
her relationship with her daughter was already strained because
Right.
her daughter stayed with her mom, lived with her mom, didn't even live with Shirley. And Shirley had made a comment about because she traveled and put her career, which she did before her daughter. And so that relationship was already strained.
And she used to
So
also talk
hopefully
about her daughter on the radio also sometimes,
she did.
But
yeah,
that
when
can be
she's going through
prepared. That
those
can be
storms.
repaired, though.
It
That can
can.
be.
Well,
It
she's
can.
going to have to repair a relationship with everybody, though.
But she chose her husband over her daughter. Her daughter got to hear
Clearly.
them jail calls about, I told her not to go down there. I told her not to go down there.
Well,
Excuse me, ma'am?
that's not true. And then that's complaining. Don't
Oh
you know?
Lord. Look at
No,
Sonia.
Girl.
Look
Poor
at
Shirley.
Sonya.
Nesto ain't going nowhere.
No.
Oh my
But she
Oh,
bought
God.
all that, from what I understand. She bought her
and
Chichi,
she's in
right?
her early 50s, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She 50.
She
She
kind of
That's
kind of
looks
cute.
like
look like
she
a
sounds
dwarf
on
or
the
something.
phone.
She do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She
She
almost
looked
look like
like
a
she
dwarf.
babysit, do hair, scam, write hot checks, credit
Eat
card
hot
fraud,
Cheetos.
eat hot
Allegedly.
Cheetos,
Allegedly.
or
Allegedly.
eat hot Cheetos out of hot pickle,
Yeah.
eat annihilators all the time.
Oh
Annihilators.
man.
But yeah, she
She's a
looked like a kid
female
too, though, as far as
Alexo.
her height.
He likes petite women. You notice that?
Yeah.
Petite,
Yeah.
big
He
Yep.
breasted
does.
women. Petite, light skinned, big breasted women.
Yeah.
That's his type.
Yep.
Now he's a good looking man though. He's a good looking
I
man. I
think so.
can't
I
take that
think he
away from him.
is.
He's
And
nice.
so on the eyes,
He
he's
all
easy.
right.
He's
Yeah.
easy on
Yeah.
the eyes. I mean,
He's
he can
easy on the
fool
eye.
somebody now. He can fool a lot of women
Once he opened that mouth though, ooh, baby, that would have ruined it all.
Well,
Shirley didn't see that.
I'm relieved that she's getting her money, and I do talk a lot of
Me too.
crap about her, but that's just me just shooting the, just shooting the
Yeah.
shooting the ish with everybody. But as far as on a woman level, I'm glad he didn't break her down, and I hope he don't break her down. And I wanted her to come out of this victorious, and I'm glad that she'll get this money because in her job, because I feel like that'll help her go on and try to live a the best life that she can live for the rest of the time that she has.
Well, Steve might
She
want to find another segment because Strawberry Letter ain't gonna get it.
It's
No,
Ain't
not
people
nobody
gonna
talking
get
about
listening to
that
that.
so
that.
bad. Everybody's talking
Ain't
about
nobody
that so
listening to
bad.
that.
And
Oh
they're
Lord.
coming up with soft time. I think they're they're making up the questions now. I don't even think that's people writing in anymore. I think they're making
Mm,
up the questions and giving her softball questions. It's her business, but it's out there, and she doesn't have to talk about it. But it would be better if she just sprayed her own tea and just said,
Exactly.
and like you said, Auntie, like just put it out there, put it out there more.
yeah. Can't
Steve
hurt
took
you no
over.
more.
Steve took over the conversation and really didn't let her get into it. And I know she can't get into much because he all the charges are not in. I do wish
Hmm.
the best for her. She's essentially 70 years old, and I
Right.
would assume that he's gone through her retirement too, and any kind of IRA that she may have had.
Yep.
So she really could just reset her life. I mean, honestly, if she just brought herself down a little bit for a couple of months, yeah, she could still live the bougie and bad lifestyle once she gets herself established. Get yourself a nice little condo. Get all your bills paid. If you can't file bankruptcy. You can file Chapter 13, but you can't file Chapter 7. Pay your money back. Annul that marriage before that money starts coming in, so people
Oh
don't come after
yeah,
her.
definitely
'Cause,
gotta know that marriage. But
Well, I feel
do
like
it.
Steve will have her to monetize it though. Steve is smart, and I feel like he's gonna have her to write a book or either try to get a movie deal
Yep.
to try to
And she should,
monetize the
as she
situation.
should. She
Yep.
really should.
But
And
everything is for a season, so it's just Carnesto season is over with. That's all, and that's it.
yeah.
All right, y'all. Let
Yep.
me do my little dance here because I got a cash app. And we're gonna have to start learning a new dance around here. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Harold. A mail just sold into the
All right.
house. All right, thank you, Harold. All right, so somebody else was talking. Was it you, Aunt D? They want to hear some more from you. They want to hear some more wisdom. I see the ladies putting some notes in here. Aunt D, they want to be you in their life. Somebody just mentioned that.
Well, just call me. Call me. I done been through so much. It's it's life lessons. Sometimes you gotta live through this to know not to do it. But I don't I just I don't know. This is so much, it's so much low down. I've never seen nobody so low down in my life.
I want to say something before I drop down.
Okay.
Um, if Shirley don't, she's still, I know she's 70, but if she don't realize the things that have gone on, the men that she's encountered in her life and the things that have gone on around those men, because she was in a bad relationship before, I remember that. And
Mhm.
it's just going to be the same thing over and over. And her life will just still be, I just think that she needs to wake up and realize what I don't know. I don't even know what to say because I want the best for her future, but she still has that mind. She still has the same mindset. I feel
She
not
has to
managing the mind.
heal from whatever that trauma is that she has. She has to
Yes,
heal that, and then she won't attract those same men that she's been attracting. Well, she don't need a man no more right now. She just needs to cut that
yeah,
off. But she
I
does
think
need
so.
to heal.
But you know what?
Okay.
She waited so long to get married again. Remember, she was on the radio. Anybody who remember back then the days had how everybody was trying to get her to get a man. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
20 years. It was 20 years she
Yeah,
was
she
single.
waited. And she waited and she was praying for this perfect man. But my thing is, you got somebody straight from the jail.
But she
But I
Basically.
wasn't
told
eligible to
y'all,
date anyway, though. If you've been out of the dating scene for 20 years, you're really not eligible to date because you don't know what it's like out there.
No,
but
you don't.
I told y'all Shirley
Well, she
waited
was
all those years
introduced.
because she was into how stuff looks.
Oh.
I
Right.
know I know God sent somebody. He might have had a little belly or whatever it may be,
Mm-hmm.
or he might have been short, or you know,
Amen, sister.
Giselle,
see,
your phone is like an echo phone.
it's a bad echo on my
Yeah, it's
end.
her.
Can
It
you
was
hear me?
Giselle. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Auntie.
So I know when you pray and it really is your heart, you really want somebody. I know some men came through there.
Yes.
She's like, no, cause she bougie. So she
Uh-huh.
like, nah, his teeth ain't right. Where he could have went and got his teeth fixed, but she wanted that Nesto with that
Mm-hmm.
look and so this is what happens. You get somebody that choose you. The man is supposed to choose you. He's supposed to love you more than you love him. I got two daughters that's married,
Preach.
and them the two I got two daughters that's married, and them two daughters that's married, one been married 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that man, the way he chased her, he's still chasing her. And she 20. They've been married 23 years. They have three children.
Giselle,
They have
But Auntie D, did he do that? Did he chase her in the
He
beginning?
did.
he
He put
did,
on that charm.
huh?
Did he put that charm on and do all that chasing and all of that? You hear him on the phone, all that lovey-dovey kind of wooing kind of stuff to
Girl,
her.
that woo he was doing wasn't no woo.
Giselle, where's your phone?
What's
He
going on?
Shirley was introduced to him.
Giselle, mute your phone. Thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shirley was introduced to him, so it wasn't like she dated and they met, in the store or
Exactly.
something. She was put together with this man,
Come on.
and she shouldn't have accepted no proposal because, from what I
Nope.
understand, they had not recently just met. So come on now, it's like, yeah, he's a nice looking man. Steve got it on the show. Of course, she gonna say yes. She gonna say no.
Of course.
And then he treat her like he treat her. He do everything. That's gonna be hard for her to break away from. But girl, let that go. And like Auntie said, she too bougie. She want what looks good. Me with a
Yes.
man and a house and this and that, and we got
Mm-hmm,
this.
mm-hmm,
And look
mm-hmm,
what you
mm-hmm.
got. Like,
Yeah,
but
but
look what you can have.
everybody got their own flavor though. I mean, I'm not trying to take
True.
up for anything, but we all have, everybody got something that they look for in a man, and
That's
that was the type of man she. I mean, I keep going back to he sold her a dream
Yeah.
life. He
Yeah.
really, really sold her a dream, and she didn't see anything wrong with it.
right. She
You heard her
didn't.
on the phone. She said, "You never treated anybody bad, unless they was trying to mess with me. But you've always protected me." She thought he was her everything, and he was her
Because he did
husband. So
everything.
It
yeah,
was
and
Yep.
so
his
she fell for the okie doke.
Yep.
but think about it, y'all. If you listen to some of those calls, Ernesto would disappear. Sometimes he wasn't at home.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh. I got that too. I got
But
That
that
he
too.
that,
probably
that
said he was
that's
at work in that 24-hour mobile barbershop.
That's what
he
I was
might have.
thinking. He had the perfect excuse. He was at the
Yeah,
barbershop,
he was
24-hour
Yeah,
working.
barbershop.
24-hour
'cause
barbershop.
I couldn't be married and my husband don't
Shit.
come home every night.
Well,
Bye.
first of all, I'm at the barbershop. You can have a barbershop, but I'm there and I might pop up and you can have all this stuff, but you can best believe my hand is going to be in our finances. My hand
Girl,
is going to be
yes,
in some, there's no way. That's why I'm not married
yes.
today because you're
You're
not
a
getting ready
different
to just
woman
do
than she
everything.
is.
I
And then,
am. I am.
yeah.
I am.
But
And
some
then you
But
have
women,
we
women of
Leos.
her age
Yeah.
who, a lot of women in that era, their husbands did everything. Their
right?
They did.
husbands
Very
paid all the
true.
bill. Have you ever heard of women who, when their husbands passed, they didn't know how to do anything? I
Mm-hmm.
just had
Yes.
a friend of mine,
True.
a friend of mine, his best friend just all of a sudden passed. His wife didn't know how to do anything because she never
Yeah,
did anything. He
I've
paid all
seen
the
them.
bills, he did everything. She didn't know nothing about the finances or anything.
I
I
worked
was
And
for a
she
like
was
that,
bank.
like
and
in her 70s. So
I
it's
was
Yeah,
like,
like that. But I was
Look,
like that with my first husband. That's why I can relate to Shirley because I didn't have to do anything. I didn't even have to work if I didn't want to. I just went to work because I was used to working and I wanted to work. But when I got a divorce, I didn't even know how to pay bills, and I kid you not. And I'm not a dumb lady. I'm not a dumb person.
Hmm.
But I didn't
You
even know how
just
to pay
didn't know it.
bills. I didn't know anything because my husband did everything.
I work for a bank,
Whew.
and I've had thousands of calls, literally thousands of calls where the spouse passes and the wife or the husband, what, it's mainly the wife. The wife is the authorized user on the account, not the co person on the account, but just the authorized user, and they don't
Hmm.
know how to do anything. And we you
Hmm.
know we have to close the account because the person who's responsible is deceased, or let's just say they are the co applicant on the credit card account, and they're like, I don't know how to log into the website. I don't know
Right.
how to do. He did everything. He did all of this. I don't even know where anything is. And then they have their kids on the phone saying, "My mom, can you just help my mom, please? Because we don't know how to do any of this." And
Yeah.
it's sad. Like my mother. She's 9 years younger than my stepfather. My mother's 56. My stepfather, he really didn't know how to like pay bills, even though he ran a business and everything. She took care of everything. She
mhm.
he was retired, so she needed something for him to do. So she made him get a credit card in his name because the credit cards were all in her name. She made him get a credit card in his name, showed him like how to log in and everything, because if something happens to her, he needs to be responsible. Like they
Hmm.
you know they met with their financial advisor that you need to know all this stuff.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So
but Shirley knew before. She was paying her bills before. She met
Yeah.
this guy. So I just said that to say
Yeah.
this. I didn't know anything, but the difference in us is I learned how to do everything, and I was open. I was receptive to learn it. Well, I didn't have no choice. I had to learn how to do it
right.
all.
All right,
And
guys, we got
so,
a commercial. Hold on, gotta do my music. I got some cash app. Hold on. Stop laughing at me. Uh, okay.
Hey.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That's it.
Can I say something?
Sure, Auntie.
Relentless Truth TV. She said, "How are you ladies experts on relationships? We're not experts.
Oh, we're not.
We
Oh,
have lived.
by
We
far.
have lived. We have lived. A lot of us have experienced certain things, so we can talk. We can speak on certain topics. We're not experts on relationship
I
Definitely
at
actually
all.
said I'm speculating. So, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I can only speak on what I've been through and what I
That's it.
hear and see because I can hear the phone calls. Mm, mm,
right,
I'm an expert what
mm.
not to do for me.
Duh.
Right. Exactly.
and everything is
Amen.
allegedly. Everything's allegedly. Everything is
Everything is
verified.
alleged.
Yeah, we just
Allegedly, and what we
Can we talk?
experience,
Can we
and
talk?
yeah,
Yes, we could talk.
yeah.
Well, someone says, Aunt D, you have the wisdom. So, I mean,
Yes, she does.
with
Well, thank you,
with
Lord.
in life, when you go through things, that's what make you an expert. Not because you have a book that you open up and you
Exactly.
study it. No, life experience makes you expert in certain areas of your life.
Mhm.
Period.
Exactly. Once again, the rent list. I if you wasn't on the line the other day, because she asked us about uh uh at the end of her show, she asked us, do you give her what was it? What did you
right.
say?
Ask
Give her
for
Something.
thanks.
grace.
Yeah, do
And
you
I
give her
said, I
grace?
give her grace. I give
Hmm.
her grace. You
I give her
saying no
grace
love and
too.
no grace. I'm happy that she came out of this victoriously.
Yeah.
And I said
Right.
I give her grace at the end of the conversation, because without grace, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
I'm
Hmm.
just speaking on experience. I'm not judging her, because we didn't not all, but a lot of us have been fools for men.
Yeah, hello.
Yep.
Approved for a
Amen.
relationship.
Yep.
At least one
Yep.
time
You know,
in our lives.
Amen.
I'm
Walls.
not judging her. I mean, I've been in a relationship that I was stupid. I look back and be like, Lord, what was I thinking?
Well, you
You
had to
know,
learn, Auntie. Well, I'm not gonna say we were stupid, but we had to learn. We
we
had
had
to
to
learn.
learn.
And
Yeah,
everyone does.
so yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
everyone that
everyone that
keep
keep
living.
I've
living.
been there too.
Yeah, Terry just said, my husband died 8 years ago. I didn't know how to pay a bill or a bank account info. My daughter has to show me, and I was 50.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot out there. People think like, oh, she shouldn't do the, but there are a lot of people that didn't know things because their husbands did everything.
Exactly.
And then when you get a certain age, I'm gonna tell y'all, you get tired.
Yes, take
You
over
get
for me.
you get tired. You get tired of driving. I don't even want to drive no more. So can y'all somebody come get me? I don't even want to. You get tired. You
You
do.
do.
You don't have that strength like you used to. You get tired. So for somebody to drive you around and you don't have to do it yourself, oh, thank you, Jesus. Somebody put gas in the car, you never have to go to the gas station. I thank you,
Mm,
Lord. So I can
Yeah.
see how she got
uh-huh.
tricked into all this. I do,
Hmm. Me
I
too.
Hmm.
do
Me too.
because
Yeah.
that's easy. I'm telling y'all, I don't hardly even go to the grocery store. I order my stuff online. Being honest with you, I just go down the
Yeah.
list and order my because I eat the same thing all the time anyway. I just go on there and order it online. I don't even want to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I understand her, this man doing everything for her, and she like, oh, I got a good one.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen so many
I can see that.
young girls who these men are out there and they using them for their money. They taking their income tax check. The girl going to
Yeah,
work, she getting
Food
dropped off,
stamps. Hmm.
and
yeah.
he driving the car all day. So
Come on.
same thing.
That's
Nesto
the,
just
and
did
I
it a
did a
little
little
different.
different.
I think
I
that's
I
what the
told
told
her,
issue was because she was so much of she's an elder and to see the elder get finessed like this, it's like, oh my gosh, like the
yes,
game
yes.
don't change.
Hmm.
And
yes,
so hopefully she teach the young women don't get caught up after all of this.
Well, I think
yes.
that's exactly what she was going by, though. She, when she was married to Nesto, she was going by the old rules, and she, like I said, that's why I said she wasn't really eligible to date because the old rules don't apply anymore.
Hmm.
You know, you
Nope.
have to, you
It's
have to
new
be
rules.
aware of scammers and schemers, and you really got to vet people these
Exactly.
days. And Shirley was just going on the old school rules, and you can't do
Yes.
that no more.
No, you
Nope.
cannot.
You can't.
That's
You cannot.
definitely the truth.
It's a different time.
It's a whole
Different,
new
different
world
time.
now. Yeah, it is, and I think that's what made her be on his side so much because she was going by, okay, this guy's doing all this, he's doing everything that a man's supposed to do.
And
Yeah.
then he was moving all her friends out the way. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all women on this line right now, old, young, if you're dating and he tries to take you away from your family, you around your family too much, or try to you don't need to be
Hmm.
hanging out with your girlfriends all the time. And I'm not saying do it obsessively, but I'm telling you, when they start trying to take you away from your people, your surroundings, watch them.
Hmm.
They up to something.
Yep.
Yep.
They
Yep.
up to something. He
Yep.
took all her friends away, even her daughter. He squeezed a wedge. Their relationship wasn't good, but the little bit that they did have, because she stayed with him for a little while, so she had to have some type of relationship with her for her to stay there. So
Right.
he even made sure and then talked about her paying her rent. Yeah. I ain't one of them. I don't know if y'all heard it, but he was like, I ain't one of them dudes that be beating you and do. And she, yes,
Right.
Yeah.
honey. Yes, honey. Yeah, he ain't beating you with his fist. He beating you with his mouth
With that pen.
with that pen and writing all them checks. Shoot,
Oh Lord.
I'm just being honest. Writing all them
Mm.
checks.
Nesto had a romance pyramid scheme going on.
Girl,
Best
Oh God.
believe Shirley done paid for some of them dates, maybe some of them dates with Miss Sonia. Because I seen Miss Sonia. I see why she was out there skating and the young people thought she was young. All right now.
But you know,
Ebony,
he did all the women like that. Every woman that he dealt with, he had a different relationship style with them.
yes, he
Mhm.
did.
But did y'all
That's a
hear on
con
one of
man.
them jail calls? He said he's a womanologist or something like
Yeah,
that.
he did.
He said he was a womanologist. So that let
He
me
studied
know.
him.
Yes, and he plays the part to whatever you need. That's what he gives. And then if you're weak, he gonna take from you. Oh, because he's illiterate and not that smart. He has to use his other senses, and that's using his
Exactly.
he think his body, his face, he gives other things to compensate. So
Exactly.
this is a
That,
lesson. This right
it's a
here, that's why
lesson.
I say this is my favorite show.
Yes, my favorite show too. Ebony was saying after the first eviction, she would, at 60 years old, she wouldn't have nothing to do with him no more. Right? She just nothing Neto could do for me. But you got to remember who Shirley is. The Pride Pope. She didn't have this gorgeous wedding that Essence paid for. She didn't pay for that. That they didn't pay for. It's all in the magazine. So she's trying to hide everything that she possibly could, even the eviction. So she's just going through it because of what it looked like. Going back to what it looked like. I'm telling you,
And he
everything was
provided
all what
her a life. And he provided her a life of show too, Miss
a
Auntie
life
D.
was shown. Exactly,
Yeah.
because she could invite her friends over and she has her fine china and she has her furniture was probably really nice that they threw. Because remember, she was like, they just threw stuff in there. That was Nesto. He don't care. He didn't pack that stuff up and threw it in there.
She said, "Did you pack my china?" That was my favorite. I was like, you know what?
She didn't
I
just say
was
china. Look, she didn't just say china. She said by fine china.
yes, the fine china. I'm like, oh my God. Because I know if they had misplaced my fine china, I would be so upset. So I know she really was thinking about that china after everything. Like, shoot, you in jail, but where's my china? Did it get put in there?
Yeah,
All
my
right.
fine china.
Commercial time. Hello.
Okay, okay.
So much
Hey,
money. Hey, thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Bama Liz. Thank you guys for new membership and the super chat. Thank you. All right. All right. So what is our vote? What does the voting look like? So what is most people saying? What are they saying? Did y'all get to go voting? What was the vote? 61% says yes, and what was the other? 39% says no.
wow.
So most people think she's still supporting him, though.
Yep.
Most people think she's supporting him. The other question, y'all, do you think it's wrong for her to support him?
I do. She not even married to him. He lied.
It's extremely wrong if she's still supporting him.
Yeah. She not even. She's not obligated to him. And then the stuff that he allegedly committed, this recent stuff, I wouldn't want to. Wouldn't want him to touch me with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
But do
I
you
say
think
she's
she's in love
wrong.
with him? Do you think she's in love with him? That's why she's holding
I
on.
do.
Okay.
I do. And I think a lot of it is she's in I don't know. Cause she don't, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Here I go. She don't know nothing about that man. She didn't know how many grandkids he had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on now.
Preach,
The first thing I
Auntie.
asked the dude is, how many kids you got? How many children did you have?
Yeah.
How many grandkids you have? Because now we in the grand stage, grandparent mode now. Because I spend a lot of time with my grandkids. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, how many grandkids you have? How you been with somebody 8 years and don't know how many grandkids he got? Another one. He didn't know that she wears socks. Don't wear socks with her boots.
Yeah.
Come on. 8 years and you don't know? She did not know him. She didn't know him. He was just there. I'm telling you.
I think she's infatuated.
But Steve was like, Shirley, this your man. Shirley, this your man. She didn't even know that was her man when he called to propose
Come
on
on.
the show. Come
She
on,
didn't
man.
know his voice. Girl, please. Leave me alone.
And who
Shirley,
wouldn't recognize that illiteracy?
Yeah. Somebody that's going into dementia, I told y'all.
I don't think she's going into dementia. I think she's I don't want to call her broken, but I think she's been hurt in such a way that she doesn't seem like a passionate person unless it comes down to God. So she's not intent and laser focused on the important things. She's intent on proving herself to everybody else. So she's
Hmm.
intent on proving herself, proving to everyone, no, I picked a good man. No, I make good choices. The
Exactly.
That's that
that's
Leo.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
Yeah.
she's not. You can hear it in her voice. Like, where is the passion? It's just, it's a lot of whining and stuff. It's like, where
Yep.
their conversations are so dry. I mean, if
And
my
boring.
and even if I was mad at my man, I would, my guy used to get locked up. He never paid his parking tickets, so he would get locked up for parking tickets, and I would be crying my butt off. And I was emotional behind it, and but she just seems, well, honey, I'm just worried about you. Even the most eloquent woman has a sense of passion when it comes to somebody that
Yes.
they're in love with. you know
Yes.
you you if you're in love with someone, and especially someone you decide to marry and you commingle finances with and you go into contracts with, there's something there, there's a spark there. There's no spark between them.
No.
So I think she's got something in her that is so hurt and so broken that she's just not feeling, um things aren't clicking for her. And
Mm-mm.
even like, just she doesn't even have passion for her daughter. I can see that there's some love there for her grandchildren, but
Yes.
um she she's ready to cut off her friends. She doesn't have passion for her friends. There's something in her that's just void.
Shirley got a
Well,
passion for fashion. That is
That there
all
you go. There
she
you go.
gets. And
I
that's
know
why
that's
she
right.
thought Ernesto was fitting the bill, because she was like, well, maybe God want me in the robes. They took the G Wagon, so now maybe God want me
yeah,
in the robes.
she
I was
sure
like,
did.
ma'am, that was a lot for me. So yeah, Shirley is focused on the look, and
Yep.
that's all she been focused on, in
Yep.
my opinion. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know Shirley, but I'm as getting to know her, I can see what's going on with her. And then she's
Hmm.
quoting the Bible. She done looked up some Bible quotes and all this. I do remember those strawberry letters. How, and that's why the people we're falling out. How do you give all this advice and then you end up like this? Like,
Well, because it's easy to give out advice, but it's not easy to deliver it and deliver it.
Okay.
I was
She
thinking
she
about
was
this.
nobody's expert, and she couldn't have sold me on nothing. I heard the letters too, but I wasn't all. She couldn't have told me no. Steve can't even tell me nothing.
Steve
So
Get
definitely
over that,
can't tell
Steve.
me nothing. And remember she was like, what all you're going through, what is Steve going through? Because when she did that strawberry letter on the live, you know that one, I felt like personally she was trying to do a little dry snitching.
She was
And
throwing shade.
she was throwing shade. It was not
Oh,
like a real apology.
Nizelle,
right.
something's going on with your phone. Every time you come out, it's like it gives a whole feedback with everyone. Do you have another app on behind your during this live? Because it's giving us a feedback. Okay. Go ahead. Who is speaking?
Well, I feel like personally, I wouldn't take him back, but I think she's conflicted on taking him back. I also think that everybody is saying that Nesto used Shirley. Yeah, he did use her, for her money. But I really feel like Shirley thinks she's smarter than Nesto at the end of the day. You know,
She
I
is.
yeah, she thinks she's smarter than him, and because she can speak correctly and have a very nice voice, and that's carried her a very long way. And as far as her thinking and worried about her relationship, I just think Shirley is just struggling trying to do her job. At 70 and you're at a radio station, that have to be a lot for you to keep up with. She have to do her social media, she have to do her events, plus she have to, be on the radio. So I just think it was probably taking all of her strength and might just to even do her job and be who she is every day. And I think she's just trying to hold on to this facade until, Nesto, was gonna get out because he kept telling her every week he was gonna get a bond. So
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
was, yeah, so he just kind of kept her hopeful. And so that's what she was going by. My man, he's not been in jail before and he got out. So, she probably didn't
Yeah.
feel like she probably felt like this was going to be like the last time
Yeah.
Yeah.
that he
Now,
went, he went in and got back out. So and our life gonna
Mhm.
continue to go on like it is
Yeah.
because, she liked the life that, that they had, even though they was getting evicted and even though a few bills didn't get paid, they still had this, like Auntie D said, they had this life of show. And I felt like
Mhm.
she was just trying to keep the show going until he got free.
Okay.
why do you think she stopped paying for his lawyer?
I think that's when she jumped off the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolores, what is your opinion as far as do you think he's supporting? She's still supporting him, and with us.
I I'm sorry.
No,
I
go ahead.
I would not be surprised either way. Um
Mhm.
for her to, because I really think that she was in court on that day. Now I don't know whether that was out of support or if she wanted to know. Um and I think the person next to her in the braids was his daughter. And I think that they were together. That's my opinion. But I would not be surprised if she's supporting him. And if she is, she's not wise. I'm trying not to use that other word of being a fool, but I would not consider her being wise. Um, since she is not married, there is no reason for her to be there. But I think she is very desperate. She is extremely lonely.
Mhm.
In today's call, she was talking about how she didn't want to be alone at the house and didn't want her friends to go on vacation because she didn't want to be alone.
Yes.
Um, she has, I mean, desperate. I mentioned before that it was critical for her to have a man.
Yeah.
And it seems like she will take a man at any cost or at any, I mean, whatever he has. And I really truly believe Nesta was doing a lot for her besides just filling her car with gas. He did a lot for her while at the same time he's scamming her. But he did a lot. He took care of everything and she didn't have to do anything. And she wants that.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's too difficult for her to deal with situations, and this is a situation to where she would need to come clean if she were to leave. She would have to expose herself. I don't know how they're doing it at the job. um she would have to do certain things, but she is seems like she's so lazy of taking care of responsibilities and dealing with situations and dealing with hard situations. So for her it may be seems more simple to just stay in it and be quiet, which is sad.
Well, I don't know if I would say that she's lazy because, like I said, you got to go to how old she is. She's 69, and when you get up there, I was very feisty when I was young. I would fight for rights and all other stuff. I didn't got to where I say, you know what, I don't feel like fighting for that now. That's the way I am now. I'm just like I don't feel like it. I'm not that same person that I was when I was in my 50s, 40s. I'm just not the same person. I don't feel like fighting. So I wouldn't say that she's lazy because she do get up and go to work every day.
Well, I totally
I'm
agree with that. Now,
retired.
I don't know if work is at home or not. I do agree that as we get older, yeah, we don't feel like doing things, but she will do thing. We do what we want to do. So if traveling is important to her, hanging out with friends is important to her. If she has someone to go with, she'll get up and go and do things. If someone is with her, she'll get up and do things, but she won't do things on her own.
She has a
So
codependent nature.
so
Yes,
yeah, codependent, or she could be depressed.
could be that as well.
Could
That
be.
she could be codependent or she could be depressed because that depression can have you where you don't want to do anything by yourself. So because I've been through the depression part where I just didn't want to
Didn't want to do nothing.
engage anymore.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't want
you
to engage, and my kids was like, "What's wrong with you?" Because I was always the life of the party. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't feel like going. I don't feel like doing nothing." So
same.
I
Yeah.
understand. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot.
You know what? I'll give her. Give her grace. I know she's basically losing her spouse. She's losing. Is
Yes.
losing her life. And yes, he was her personal assistant. He didn't want her to have that. He
Mhm.
came in and took care of everything. And I think he built up that fantasy for her of, you don't have to worry about a thing. I'll handle all the finances. I'll make sure that you're protected, because he makes her feel like she's just in danger
Yeah.
all the time. I,
Yes.
I'm going to be your psychologist because you can tell me anything, and I'm just going to sit here and listen and giggle and just and make sure everything is a okay. You want to go out to eat? I'm gonna make sure that you get out in one of these cars, these Rolls Royce. Look, baby,
Hmm.
I bought you a new whatever. I don't even know cars. A G wagon. Bought you a new
Hmm.
G wagon. Look at this. Um,
Yep.
he controls her friends. He tells her, he guides her. It's like, okay, well, that friend ain't no good. I told you about hanging out with her. Oh yeah, she
Hmm.
did this, and oh baby, I'm gonna make sure that your social media gets all straightened. So she was. I would kind of be elated if I had the whole package in one. And but that I don't think that was the agreement wasn't for you to take all my money and to cheat on me.
Come on.
So if now it's one thing if you're gonna be my boy toy and you're gonna take care of all my stuff and we're gonna get married and you're gonna use that liquid Viagra and everything is gonna be a-okay and we're just gonna have fun together and travel and do all the right things, and I'm gonna invest in your businesses and you're gonna build up our empire, that's great. But if you cheating on
Exactly.
me and you doing bad things to other women, and I just, it's the dark side of it, because you look at him and he treats her like a princess. Like you saw her birthday party when she was wearing
Yep.
that
Mm-hmm.
furry white vest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like she was in seventh heaven, and she just waiting by the car, waiting for somebody to come open her door, and the armed guards are just standing there watching her. I mean, I would feel like a princess. Like, my man is doing this for me, and
Exactly.
And I'll be honest, I'm be honest with you. I'm 40. I just turned 40 last week. I'm
Happy
at a
birthday.
thank you. I'm at a
Girl, me too.
you just turned 40.
Last week.
Happy belated.
Happy
Okay, happy
birthday.
belated.
I'm at the age right now where I really wouldn't care so much if somebody was messing around as long as we had that conversation up. Because I'm not a really sexual person. So I'm like, okay, if you want to go do something I don't want to do, as long as you are using protection, don't bring home any babies, whatever, and you're bringing home the money to me. You're not spending money on them other girls. The money comes into this house.
Mhm.
But they didn't have that conversation. This was allegedly. I don't believe that they had that conversation of him having other women. When he says that my wife knew who I was when she met me, he knew you. She knew you had a record. She ain't know about all this other stuff. This other stuff.
No, she knew he was player because remember he was with somebody else before he got engaged to her.
Well,
He was engaged to somebody else.
and you know what?
The same haircut person.
She might be getting her come up. I don't know
That's,
whose phone that is.
that's Nozell.
Okay, she might be getting her comeuppance for that too, because if she knew about Ebony Steele and her, I'm sure her and Ebony Steele, they are around that area, that Atlanta area, and they were in the same business, and I know that they had some sort of, I don't want to say, they were some sort of competition with each other as co-hosts to Ricky Smiley. Um, this might be a little bit of comeuppance because I believe he scammed Ebony Steele too. When he got out of prison, I think he took some money from her.
He did.
He
So,
probably did.
He did,
you know,
allegedly.
allegedly. So
Allegedly.
I'll give her grace because we all make these goofy mistakes when we're in relationships, young or old. You know, I believe she loves him, but I believe she's more in love with the fantasy
Yeah.
that he gave her as opposed to actually being in love with him because she doesn't know him. She knows
She don't
nothing about
know.
him.
No,
Now, I have
she
a,
don't love him. She don't know him.
Okay, guys, I just want to make an announcement to all the people that's coming in. What we talked about earlier is that Steve has renewed her contract. She has a contract with $1 million per year, so it's $5 million for the next 5 years. So it's a
That's
million
good.
every year. And so my question to everyone in the poll is: do you believe she's still supporting him, or do you think she just left him? What's your thought?
wow.
And there was someone that said that Shirley is a type that I have a man. That's all she cares about. Do you guys
Yeah,
agree with that? That's all
I
she.
do.
I don't, because when I used to listen to the radio show, there were a lot of men that wanted to date Shirley.
I told y'all.
But
And
remember,
she didn't,
and
she
what?
was real picky.
Yeah,
So
remember
I
I
don't
told
Auntie
believe
y'all.
that it's just
said.
any man.
I told y'all that.
Yeah, there was a lot of them that used to always, they would call on the radio and stuff and trying to get with Shirley, and she wasn't having it. Now again, like
Didn't Michael Duncan?
Auntie D says, maybe it was the look. They didn't have the right look, but I don't think it was
Hmm.
just any man that she, one reason or another, Nesto was attractive to her at
With
that,
his low
whatever it was,
talking voice.
whatever it is.
I think Ernesto came with the look of money.
Exactly.
I
I
agree.
It may be, yeah, until he had look of money, I
He
guess.
did. He had the Rolls Royce. That man had. I call him a boy because he act like one, but he had all the latest cars.
But
You
you know,
know,
they weren't brand new cars though. Um that Rolls Royce, that was an older car. It wasn't new. It wasn't like it was like that year, whatever it was. It was an older car.
But it
yeah,
doesn't matter. It's money.
but it was a Rose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
It was a rose, and it was still nice.
It
and
was
it was
he.
much, much, much better than anything I'm sure Shirley has ever had.
Right.
I'm sure
But
it
I
Yeah, it
was.
think
was a
he sold
lot.
her a dream. I think he sold her a dream, and the whole crew
Yes.
He
sold it.
did.
And the whole crew that he was around helped sell that dream to her.
Yeah, because they were all
Everybody was
covering
using,
for him.
yeah, everybody was covering for him, and to me, everybody was using her. That was around. Everybody in her circle was
All of
using
them.
her and partaking in whatever he had. Cause he even say that I helped everybody out. I was a good person. I helped this person out. I helped
He
that person
did.
out. So everybody had their hand in the cookie jar, and now
Everybody.
and yeah, everybody had their hand in the cookie jar, and now it's just all falling down on poor Shirley.
Didn't she give him $500 for an oil change or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
told
See?
told
her
her
that's
that's
how
how
much
much
it
it
cost.
costs.
Yep.
Who,
Yeah.
She said,
Lamont?
okay.
Lamont?
Now,
He
Now,
told
he
him
told
to
him
give
to give
his
somebody.
somebody.
son, his
Yeah.
His
son
son,
Dion.
Giselle, Dion.
Okay, Dion. Because
Tell
Tell
mute,
me,
mute your
get your
phone.
phone.
Just okay. Go ahead. Who is talking? Miss Connor?
No, that was the Nozelle. She was talking, but she was having that
Does that
That's
what kind of phone are you on? Because it keeps like a feedback for us.
Maybe she need to call back in. Maybe. I don't know.
That or she may have two devices on, a TV and a phone or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Need to
Mm-hmm.
mute one of them.
Do you have two devices
Mm-hmm.
on, Nozelle?
no. Is it better?
Somebody, I hear myself with it.
you may have to take it. Do you have it on speakerphone?
Yes.
Yeah, you may have to turn your speakerphone off when you get ready to speak.
It's like it's heavy. It's like comes right back to us. It's like horrible.
Yeah, it's strong.
Oh, she just left. Um,
You can call back, maybe.
One thing that someone was saying was um it seems like Shirley is kind of she's not aware, or it doesn't matter if any of other persons are being harmed. Um,
Yeah.
she's on what only appeals to her is what she can
Mm-hmm.
receive out of this. And I
uh,
Yep.
go back to when the car was being repossessed when she was at the beauty shop, and then she mentioned that they were possibly going to take her ring,
Yep.
and it said because of part of the investigation and blah blah blah. And it didn't she did not ask any questions. She did not question, well, who gave you this money, or where did the money come from? It was
Mm-hmm.
just, okay, they're going to take the ring. Okay, they're taking the car. Okay, they're doing this. Okay, they're doing that. And then she's happy when she receives things, but she's not asking the questions. So she's staying with I could see her staying with him and just dealing with it,
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't seem to affect her of the consequences are the victims.
mhm.
She's not concerned about the victims at
No,
all,
it's all about her.
if there are even
No.
any victims.
I don't even think at that particular point she didn't think there were victims. But if you
No.
go back and listen to one or two of those calls, what you hear is every time she starts talking about anything that
Yep.
happens, he starts saying, no, don't talk about that, don't talk about that. And he
Mm-hmm.
changed the
Yep.
subject real quick. So even if she's trying to question him, she's not getting the chance because he's like, don't talk about that on the phone, don't talk about that on the phone.
Because he
Yep.
Because
knows she'll say too much.
yeah, because she will say too much. Because when she
Mm-hmm.
started talking about that ring, he hurried up and stopped that. He's like, "What? Oh!" And he hurried up and changed the subject real quick. So because I went back and listened to one or two calls, and of course,
Mm-hmm.
if listening to it fresh, you don't get all this stuff. But when I start listening, it's like, yeah, every time she would go into something, he'd stop her.
Yep.
So she can't ask questions. Well, from what we hear, she can't ask questions, but
Mm-hmm.
she didn't think that there were victims
Nope.
because he
But you
And
told her
plus,
notice,
there
they
was
were
no
talking in
victims.
code too, though. They were also talking in code a lot. So
Yeah.
it could have been that he, don't want to discuss the case and try, is in so many words letting her know, don't discuss this case or whatever, because like she said, he's gonna, she's gonna spill the beans or whatever, and he gaslights her every time she asks anything
Right.
that's
Right.
going on pertaining to him.
And he can't be talking about the case on the phone while he's locked up because they're going to use it against him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I noticed. I don't know if anybody else catches this. I know we talked about how he treated her like a princess, but I also get the vibe that he has been physically intimidating towards her, because she just shuts up when he tells her
No.
stuff.
See,
You think so?
see, he might not have been, but you got to remember she was in an abusive relationship. Like I was telling y'all, that
Mm.
she tries to not say anything that's going to trigger him.
Hmm.
If every time he
Okay.
kind of watch it, just listen to the conversation. She, okay, honey. She tries not to trigger him because that first husband used to beat her, allegedly. So I believe that that fear is still in her. That you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hmm. She walking on
Yeah.
eggshells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fear is still in her, and so she tries not to set him up because I know that he can get. I know he can. I know he can. You just listen
Cause,
to him.
cause she's so silent. I mean, I've been, I have been abused before too, and I even still, like, I don't, something like this, I just wouldn't, I'd be, you know, recording. I don't care. I'm asking, what is going on? What is going on? Who do I need to call to find out what's going on? Which one of your sons or one of your friends is
And
going to
she
tell
was
me?
calling them and they were telling her the same lies
Yep.
and
It's
they were
crazy.
covering for him.
That's so crazy to how they all just lied for her, and how quickly Lamont shuts the conversation down. He don't even want to talk to her. Like, nobody wants to talk to her. Nobody wants to tell her anything. But yet she's the one that was footing like pretty much predominantly initiating the startup income for all this stuff that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like,
Hmm.
Lamont, we're gonna call some girls up. I have three girls on the phone, and then he gets Sonya on the phone. He's sitting there flirting with Sonya, and Nesto shut that down. But when he gets Shirley on the phone, all right, I'm just gonna put the phone down. All right, y'all.
Yeah, because he know that she's senior citizen.
Senior
Eh,
citizen, and they really don't care about her.
No,
yeah,
they used her.
Yeah. Oh, now that, oh my gosh. But then she does, I really don't believe she really cares that much about Nesto.
She don't.
How can you all this time, I don't know when that call took place, when she found out where he was located and he was just a few blocks away from her and she never
Yeah,
knew.
because she don't care about
She
nothing
don't.
but herself.
No, not at all. Not at all. And the
She said,
if
"Oh, you're right up the street."
and I don't know if you guys talked about the calls today, but the calls today was so
Yep.
evident of how blasé she was
hmm
when he first started sharing. And she's of the mindset that he's innocent and he's being
Mm-hmm.
railroaded.
Yep.
But he was sharing how he was being, the accusations against him, and she could care less. But then when he mentioned his face was on the news, then all of a sudden she riled
Yeah.
up,
Yep.
and it became important because now she was going to be associated with him.
Exactly.
Otherwise, she could have cared less.
She could have
She
cared
could
less.
have, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this woman
Hmm.
is extremely selfish. Extremely selfish.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're of that mindset that my husband is innocent,
hmm
ooh,
Well, I don't know if she's still supporting him or not because a couple of those calls, Nesto say call Shirley if she ain't answering the phone. I don't know why she not answering the phone.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
she's gotten people in her ear. More people in her ear.
Yeah.
helping
But
her.
that's
Let
why
it
somebody
sit.
say she's not
Yep.
still supporting him because on some of those calls, she kind of like, she stopped paying for the lawyer, then she stopped paying, stop answering the calls. Really, everybody stopped answering Nesto calls
Yep.
But I
at some point.
questioned that one on, I can't remember when those calls were, when those calls were made, when he was saying that he wasn't able to get a hold of Shirley in reference to when the affidavit was completed.
But that was recent.
Mm.
That call was a more recent one in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ones
Correct.
that we're listening to now is like last year's stuff. But remember, we first started hearing, they played the more recent one where she was not answering his calls.
Mhm.
Correct. I realized, but when I listened to that and saw that again,
Mhm.
and I saw the date or the month, I could have sworn, wasn't the affidavit in June or
Yes,
July?
I
Yeah, it
have
was.
affidavits right here, and I could pull it up and
It
show you.
was June or July. Those calls were in April and May.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's completing an affidavit saying he's my husband and blah blah blah, and he can come home with me. That was
Yeah, but
after
but
those
he
calls.
said he can come home or anywhere else he want to go.
Mm-hmm. But
Correct.
also
But if she was going
remember,
to be in Fulton, he couldn't go to Fulton
Mm-hmm.
because she was
But
so
you
bent head and going into bulkhead. I mean buckhead or whatever
But
mm-hmm.
she
to
may have
stay.
been playing. But she may have been playing the long game. Let me just throw him a little bone and do this. He ain't gonna get out anyway. He ain't got out all this time. So let me
But
go on and write this
remember,
letter because it ain't gonna matter anyway.
Correct.
he that Zoom that he was on, and he still had that private attorney. And when she wrote that affidavit back in June, none of these calls had came out. They came out basically as a result of that particular hearing,
No,
and
some calls
that's
were out. Some calls were out before then.
but I guess he didn't know it and she didn't know it, but that's when everybody knew it and
Mm-hmm.
everybody started talking about it at that particular point back in June.
Yeah.
And I agree
Yeah.
with you on that. Most common people would think, okay, these calls are released. I'm hearing it. Okay, I'm done. But this is Shirley we're talking about. And the only reason I'm really wondering is because why was she in court? And
I don't know.
why was she sitting on his side? And it could have been two complete different reasons. Two
No,
complete
they told them where to sit for if they're there for that particular person. They told them they had to sit on the right hand side.
correct if they're there for that person.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's there for him, with me, if I was in that situation, I would not have sat on that side. I would have sat on the other side because I would not be supporting him in that foolishness.
Could she have said that she was a family member of the victim, like lied?
Well, and then
They,
I go back to saying that I think that she was with his daughter. I
and there was
think
a
that was
big
his
guy
daughter.
there. There was a big guy and a skinny guy there.
And the one in the braids, I think if I saw pictures of his daughters, and she looked very much like one of his daughters.
The one in the military?
The one, I'm not sure if it was the one in the military. I'm not sure which one. But the one in the braids that was at court looked very much like one of his daughters.
No, it
Well,
could be that his. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering why was the whole family at this particular hearing though?
Why wasn't?
Why were they?
There
Because
wasn't.
they haven't been at none of the other hearings.
It's only 4 people that was there.
That's more than he's had in the past,
Well,
probably.
remember the old hearing. They didn't have it. They did everything on Zoom.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Someone else made the statement that the whole family was there, but that was
No,
incorrect.
There's
No.
only 4 people there. 4.
And they had to wear masks.
Mm-hmm. There was
The
a
lawyer said that, but remember Sylvia, the lawyer said that he had 6 family members there.
no. I was
No,
there.
he
He
said
didn't.
he had 6 kids.
He
Well,
says
she said, yeah.
there
Oh,
was
6
only
kids.
it was only
Okay.
4 people there. It was 2 women and 2 guys. That's it.
And those two guys were not related to him.
One was a big guy.
I saw the white guy. I didn't
Oh,
know.
the white
wonder if
guy was that was in the front. He was sitting in front. There was a big guy, which I didn't put the camera on him because I was trying to, catch the
Okay.
woman. Because when I saw that woman, I was trying to see if that was Shirley. It kind of looked like her to me, so that's why I zoomed in so you guys could see it and somebody could tell me whether or not it was her. So that's why I focused on her because it caught my eye. Because remember I told you the attorney was asking me questions about why was I there, and she wasn't told I was going to be there. So, and I told the judge approved me. So, but she said there was going to be some private stuff, and so she gave me her number for me to call her because there were certain things she didn't want to be out, but they never talked anything personal. So. Yeah. But the other thing I want to talk, because today's call, you notice when Sonia asked him how was he feeling, he didn't say anything about him having any illness.
No. Ain't nothing
Mind you,
wrong
that
with
was October. That was October, but still, yes.
He seen that girl got out saying she had a medical condition. And so he called himself gonna use the same tactic.
Because remember, that's what what's her name? Erica did. Erica got out because of her medical condition.
Speaking Erica had a real medical condition. That Negro, what he got? Nothing.
What would convince you to play lawyer?
Girl.
What would convince you to and then mess up so bad that you give them a fake bar number and then come back in and say, "Oh, that's my paralegal's bar number." Like, what goes through your head to think that you can get away with that? Like, and then you give them a name of a known attorney in the area, thinking that they don't know her.
They think that they can outsmart the system. That's why they've been doing all this stuff. They think they smarter. I'm telling you, they've been doing stuff for a long time, getting away with it.
And that wasn't her first time posing as an attorney.
Hey guys,
that's what I said.
Do y'all have a picture of Dre? Do anybody know what he looked like?
He's on the page.
He's a big guy.
He's on Ernesto's page. When they was in Dubois, they both got this.
Okay, I need
remember
to go.
They been saying, and they had those Dubois hats on.
Okay, I gotta go look at it because
he's a big guy.
Two of them in front of one of the cars.
There's also a video of them when Ernesto, like they're in the office building or something, and Dre is sitting down. But Dre looks like a big husky guy. He's not a bad looking guy either.
No, he's not. He's big.
But Erica done played a lawyer before. That's why she. To answer your question, Victoria, Erica done played like she was a lawyer before and got away with it. And so, you get away with it once, you think you can get away with it again.
I don't play rough like that. I've done some bad stuff in my life when I was much younger, but I felt I had that guilt where I'm like, okay, I'm not getting caught. Let me stop. Let me stop while I'm ahead. I would never make like a good, like long-term criminal because I start feeling bad. I'm like, oh no, I ain't supposed to be doing this. Let me stop. Like, but I think all that legal paperwork. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Steve right here, look, Steve right there with him.
That's Steve.
They know each other.
Yeah, that's Steve.
That's Steve.
I think Steve was involved in this. Like Steve was going to the.
No, I can't say that. I don't know. But
can't say that
he's
either.
giving an autograph on this. So he's giving him an autograph. If that's his friend, he wouldn't be asking for an autograph. I don't think so.
He probably selling that on eBay.
Oh, okay.
Girl, he probably did. Knowing that stuff.
It says here 3 years ago he approve of me to marry his co-host and friend. So that doesn't seem like that's his friend. Sorry, guys.
Not friend, but I think Ernesto seems like the type of guy he tries to involve, like get dirt. Like he's in the blackmail game too. Like he'll get dirt on all the famous people he knows, and he had them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right there is the daughter, I think. Yes, Sylvia, the one with the glasses, right there to the left. I think that's the one that was in court.
All three look like him, well, except the tall one.
Yeah, they do look.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I was just saying he just seems like the type that would get like information on people and get them to do bad stuff. So he has that information and uses it against them.
Right.
He
Probably why a
seems
lot of
like
the victims didn't come forward
right.
until now.
Well, look at that teacher. I mean, she knew he was married and giving all his money. She didn't say nothing because she knows she shouldn't have been sleeping with that man because he was married. But when they said he was ripping off people, she said, "Forget it. I'm gonna just go on and tell it."
Yeah, look at his clothes he wearing. Look at the shoes. He got red bottom shoes.
Yeah.
That's the
Shirley
sign
kept
of
him looking good.
Girl, that's
Negro
it.
luxury.
Yeah,
That's
he's in the Rolls
Exactly.
Royce. Look at that.
In the back seat. He ain't driving, y'all.
Hmm.
Remember on the video yesterday, he said you got to get in the water and cleanse yourself, and that's part of his success.
Look at him there. Look at him. He makes sure she's okay. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
and
He
I
knows how to be a gentleman.
Very much so.
and he's into some I you know, I understand people some people are into African spiritualism and all that. I think he's into some dark stuff too,
Girl, he in the
allegedly.
voodoo.
Well, if you
He
go
in
in the
the
green
voodoo.
water for forgiveness, but
Go in this green go in the green water. Twice a year. Go in the green water. And that's how I got God for forgiveness. God forgiveness.
Remember him and the teacher went to go cleanse themselves in
yes,
Florida.
Yeah.
2 times a
And
year.
and it make getting the girl's blood, making the
No,
girl
that
sign.
did look like her. Look at this. That looked like that woman that was in the courtroom
That was her.
right there.
That was our girl. You should have said, "Hey, Shirley."
How you doing, Miss Williams? How you doing, Miss Williams? I just wanted to come over and say hi,
I'm
Miss
trying to see
Williams.
where the guy, Big Drake. I'm trying to find him.
There you go. It should be that one of those desert pictures. That's Steve.
Right there. That's not him right there. That's Nestor.
Girl, oh,
No,
Nesta.
they're shaking hands or they holding hands. They're giving each other dap, and they're standing next to each other in white clothing in
And
the Dubai
he
desert.
got that hat on
Oh,
right there. It's
yeah.
a picture that looks like that hat he has on.
Mm.
And it may be in one of the wedding photos as well, because wasn't he best man or something? Or
I'm not sure. I can't remember which YouTuber it was. They created their own profile in their head of Dre. They were like Dre. They were saying like she felt like Dre.
Him
I
right
think it,
no?
here? Mm.
No.
no. She said Dre is he. That was Ernesto's alleged boo back in when they were in jail together. Because the way he was trying to take care of him, make sure he got his zoom zooms and wham whams.
Get out of here. Is
Did
that
you get
him?
Now,
the
why
Is
mu-
they got like 2 or 3 pages though, Miss
that him
Sylvia?
right here? Oh no, that's the minister.
Um,
No, that's a minister.
She
Yeah.
had him with everybody. He was taking pictures with everybody.
No, that's not him.
I mean, look at all these cars and stuff. You would think this man is super rich.
Right.
Oh, no.
which is what drew Shirley in.
Mm-hmm.
The
She thought
people
he
on
had
the
some money.
calls prior to couldn't provide that.
Yeah, she thought he was gonna help bring her up.
Hmm
Yeah.
Because she wants to be like Steve and Marjorie.
Or at least close to it.
Yes.
She's too lazy to be. God forgive me, but she's too lazy to be like Steve. Steve, say what you will about Steve. He's not my favorite person, but he hustles.
He
Yes.
sure do. And that wife do too, believe it or not.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shirley
she's a hustle.
Shirley
Yeah,
wants to clock
she
in and
does.
clock out.
Yep.
She don't want to shop for herself. She don't want to go back and get her paper towels after they forgot to put her paper towels in the basket. Um,
Uh-uh.
Yes.
No paper towels in the basket.
she,
Uh,
and she's like, the guy forgot my paper towels. And why you didn't go back and get them? Because I've been on the phone with the manager. Please leave
Me
my
too.
don't. You know, paper towels are expensive.
You sure
But
are.
like Auntie D said, she don't want to kick up no dust with nobody. She don't want to ruffle nobody's feathers.
No.
What she called? Who did she? She called somebody a hoe. Who was it that she
What?
she called one of
Mm.
her friends? She did when they were talking about. Oh, it was somebody who was asking her about her marriage.
Yeah, Miss.
Panay.
Okay, she called. I think it was Panay. She called Panay. She was kicking up dust on that phone call and calling Panay a garden tool. And it's like, ma'am,
Boy.
this woman was looking out for you and trying to look out for your daughter and give your daughter some comfort and solace. And you want to call her bad names, and he just like, what? Okay, yeah, tell me about all that good gossip.
Because he know he was a hoe too. Well, how
He should.
she do it? Maybe I can get some pointers. He's
Well, I just
horrible.
know good girls like bad boys, so Shirley,
Wait. Go back up.
and Shirley was
One in the
considered a good
center.
girl.
Huh?
The one in the center. I think that isn't that Dre. Wait, no, it's not. Never mind. No.
It's probably on this other page. Are you on that Buckhead page, Miss Sylvia?
Which one? I'm on Nesto.
Go to that Buckhead page. I think that's the one.
That's the Buckhead one. There's a
That's
Nesto.
the Buckhead page. Then it must be the other page.
Which one? The Elite Nesto Elite?
Yeah, Nesto Elite. Yeah, he got so many pages.
Yeah.
Who is that?
That's
That's
Nisi. You know Nisi?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, that's what's the name's sister. That's Tyree's sister.
Oh,
Well, I think he sold her the dream like he sold everybody else a dream. Because remember, he
yeah,
told everybody else
he
to help him blow up. So he probably told Shirley the same thing. We're not gonna
Of
live like we've
course.
been living. Yeah, we're not gonna be living poor like this. We're gonna be living in
Yeah.
style.
Sell your house. We're gonna go to Atlanta. I already got stuff established. Blah, 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 blah,
Blah
blah.
blah 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 blah. Blah. So he sold her a dream too,
And she sold her house and went on with it,
and she just
thinking
fell
she was
for it.
gonna live a fairy tale life.
And she did live one for a minute, for a season after D.
How? They only paid rent for 1 month. They was out of there what 6 or 8 months later.
Sometimes never. They put down the first and last in a deposit, and then they never paid rent again.
Yeah. But if she,
But
like
even
you
on
said,
some of
if she
those,
don't know, because I'm sure she didn't even know that he was not paying the rent, and then all of a sudden he said we gotta go. Oh
yeah,
Lord.
because remember she said we had to hurry up and leave, and they just threw my stuff everywhere. And
Yeah.
one
mhm.
place you said we had bugs, and there was no reason to leave because of bugs. And so some of those times she didn't even know she was getting evicted.
This is
That
Lord have mercy.
this is the
Can
that's
you
what I said.
imagine?
She didn't.
Can you
I agree
imagine?
with that one. On she didn't know that she was getting evicted, and the last one was Bent Creek, which
And
is
that.
where Sheridan and family were living as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if, and I'm sure, what's her face? Shirley didn't know, which means Sheridan and the family didn't know. Shirley and Ernesto did not have a place to go afterwards. Is this why Shirley started paying rent? Because Sheridan and the family had to go somewhere.
I think Sheridan had
Probably.
already left, and because
Mm.
Shirley was saying when they had to leave out of that place, that Sheridan said Shirley can come to her apartment, but Nesto couldn't come.
Oh yeah.
And then
Mm-hmm.
her other friend, Panay, said the same thing. Shirley,
Mm-hmm.
you can come, but Nesto can't come. And that's when she got mad at them again because, they don't want her husband there. But I'm like, you should have went there though.
Miss Sylvia,
So
I found it. It's April 15th, 2016. It's a date of the picture of him and
Where is that
Dre.
in the Nesto?
Nesto's Buckhead.
Okay, let me go back.
yeah, so I don't
Ooh,
think Shirley knew she was getting kicked out of that one till they start garnishing that shit.
Well,
girl, can you imagine?
he even said she don't know nothing about my business. She don't know what he told one of the guys, Shirley don't know what I do. She don't know my business. She don't know nothing about me, what I do.
Right. She
Lord have
didn't.
mercy.
Because he got to keep that bankroll coming. He got to keep her name clean. Because he know that she gonna stick by him. So he got to keep. They got to have a. That's one thing about criminals, especially
But
like
her
a.
name wasn't clean.
Because he was using her name.
But he got to keep her with the job though. He got to keep,
Yeah,
and then now just think
yeah.
about it. He just found out that she got re-signed for 5 million. I'm sure one of his, he called one of his people because he's using somebody else's pen, obviously. So he called one of his people, and they said, "Yeah, Shirley just got 5 million. She about to get
Is that him
paid."
right here?
No.
No, it's April 25th, 2016 is the date of the picture.
Ooh, girl, this is a mess.
But remember, they don't release the calls anymore.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I know, but I think he's trying. I think he's using somebody else's pen. His jail pen to call out because he remember on those calls with Lamont. Lamont was making calls for other people,
Hmm.
so he
Yeah.
probably using somebody else's pen to make calls, or he's using that tablet to make calls.
Mm-hmm.
He's figuring
Mm,
out a
mm,
way to
mm.
communicate with his people.
Of course, yeah.
Um, I know they read the letters and everything, so he's not gonna write anything in the letters, but he is figuring out a way to communicate.
Oh, if you would have went back, well, you gone now. It's too far.
But most famous people though, they go ahead, I'm sorry.
Which one you
No.
want?
Now I was saying there was a picture of a young person graduating and a man, and that was what's his name also, but I don't even know where the picture is anymore.
Okay, let me keep going
But
forward.
most famous people though, you guys, they're not the only ones that do most famous people don't pay bills. I'm sorry, they just don't.
A
They
lot.
don't. They
Are
don't.
they skimming and scamming? I've been watching these people getting evicted out of these houses because they want to live a certain way. Watching the Instagram, man. Nope.
Yeah, like look at that basketball star, British Williams. She got four
Yep.
years today,
Yep.
and it's like everybody that's on reality TV, they doing a bunch of scheming and scamming, trying to live above their means.
And it's the
Yeah.
lies, yeah.
One of my I work for a bank. One of our partnerships is with a luxury brand credit card, and it's quite often that you see. I mean, they have high credit card limits, like
That's him, isn't it?
No,
Go
that's
back.
that was
no,
Holyfield. That was Holyfield.
Oh,
they have
oh,
high
that's
credit
right.
card
Yep.
limits, but they don't pay their bills.
Right.
They
Mm.
do. They'll pay it late.
Wow.
They
Look,
pay it
look
Did
late.
at look at Kim and
like
Crown.
her?
There you go.
Where?
Wasn't that him with Nesto?
No, that was Shirley.
No, it was a big dude with him.
That was Holyfield.
Oh, that was Holyfield.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Look at
Well,
this
yeah,
stuff.
right, Victoria. Though, but most rich people don't pay bills. They're
I
used to
know.
getting everything free.
Yeah, I know a few executives, like an executive from McDonald's in my family. She worked her way up from fry girl to like she's a area man, like area something for like Las Vegas and Arizona, Nevada, and Colorado, and she makes well over 300,000. She is behind on all her bills all the time because she just forgets to pay it. And she's just like,
Mhm.
I forgot about this. Well, they shut the power off. I'll just pay it all right now. She's paying like, $500 or $700 power bills because, I forgot to pay. I was so busy. It's like, you need a personal assistant. Like, when you get to a certain income
Yeah.
bracket, you need a financial planner and a personal assistant because it's hard to keep up with that because you need to start learning taxes. You
Yeah.
need to be well abreast of how to handle these things because somebody's once they find out you make a decent amount of money, if you're not living humbly and you like showing people that you got money and you are driving around in Rolls Royces and dressing fancy, people spot that and they clock you and they're
Yeah.
gonna come after you.
They
So you
sure
need a middleman in between.
Yeah. And they feel entitled too, though.
Oh yes, they do. Oh yes,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
feel
Oh,
like
this is
they
the
don't
car.
have to pay their
Oh,
bills.
this is the car he bought for her, huh?
No, that's
Okay.
the rose.
Yeah,
That
but there's a bow on it.
that's not a G wagon.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
That's his car. He bought for himself.
yeah, he put a bow on his own car. Shoot.
Oh, okay.
Did y'all
See
see
Yeah,
how
that?
vain he is?
you know he's out for promotion.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Did y'all see
Probably
that
ain't even his
that
car.
video? There was a video of him on that luxury coach, that luxury coach, whatever it's that mobile home,
Oh
luxury
yeah,
mobile
yeah.
home, when he's
Hmm.
like, "Happy birthday, me." This is gangster
Yeah.
right here.
See,
Just as country as that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Happy birthday,
that's
me.
it right there, ain't it? No,
What?
No, that's
the coach.
Yeah, well, that was a coach, yes.
Yeah, that was one of them.
That's where Shirley money went right there.
To do bad things in the back of the thing. They had a big old bed and a big
Yeah.
old round bed in the back.
No,
Now he
that's
was
where
Hmm.
the
using that
victims, the
one
other
lady money
victims'
to buy
money
them
went.
things.
The victim that the victim that had the
So this is the one. This
2021
is the one that you
Mercedes.
were saying that was at the house. I mean, at the cart.
No, I think that's a granddaughter.
No, that's his daughter.
That's his
That's his
daughter.
daughter.
My beautiful youngest daughter.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the baby
she
girl.
she looks a little different than the other picture, but it may be the same one. I don't know.
Cause that's some time back, isn't it?
That's his son right here, right?
Yeah, that's Dion.
mhm.
Yep, that's Dion.
Does he have a limp now? Because it was a skinny guy.
yeah,
He
Dion do.
might.
He got shot in the leg, remember?
Yeah.
That's who. That was who was at the court too.
Yeah.
Really?
You know
Okay.
Dion. You know Dion gonna be there by his side. That's his Nesto. He call himself he little Nesto.
Yeah, he was there because he had he was limping.
Yeah, remember he got shot.
But Shirley do still got her wedding pictures on her page. I went to her Instagram today. She still got them wedding pictures on there.
Girl, she probably looking
Oh,
at him and crying.
she took everything down, right? Everything else down, right?
I went to her page today and I still seen them. Unless it's an old page or something.
She looking at him crying.
She said she
Was
looking
that
at her
Dion?
crying.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because she hasn't been able to get to the wedding book that's in storage
Yeah, so she probably
exactly.
want to keep those pictures.
because she has
Hey,
Girl,
do you have
2,000.
my wedding book? Do you have my wedding book? Or did the
you're not
movers
married,
destroy that?
Shirley. Shirley, you're not married.
And do
Do
we have a
y'all think she?
wheel?
Do y'all think she knows she's not married?
She
Yeah,
know
she
now.
knows.
Knows now because didn't Rose Sandra Rose is the one that did the article? Didn't she? Wouldn't she be the one that interviewed her?
Yeah, she said that he was already married on that
Who's
in
this
that
person
article
right
she
here? Who's
read.
this young lady?
Let me see. Girl, I don't know.
Says Kiera the voice? Or is either Kiera the voice or Hair by Miss Kim?
Here by Miss Kim. That's who that is. There's her name. Well, it's two names. One here. So which one is which? Let's see here by.
What they talking about?
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that page isn't available.
Girl, everybody
Mm,
deleting their page once they got something. I
yeah,
think anybody who has anything with him, they're deleting their stuff. It's like no,
I would.
Oh,
because
that's
you
her. That's Kiara the voice.
Um,
Where's this her?
she's pretty.
yes. Girl, that's why he want on Nestos, cause she look like one of Nesto kind of girls. Look how little
Yeah,
she
look at
is.
her. Look.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know that's oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. He's doing bad things.
Look at her.
Girl, that is right there.
And she's very little.
That's what he like. Them little bitty girls look like. Well, they be having breasts though, but he like childlike bodies.
Well, that's I mean no, cause what's her name? Shirley's is big chested and That woman that she showed with Sonia, he remember he said he loves those, and he probably paid for that with Shirley's money. That lift, and if I'm not mistaken, what was the woman before Shirley? The one who was on Ricky Smiley?
Ebony Stanley.
Ebony.
Ebony.
E- Ebony wasn't. She's thin, but I don't recall her being flat chested.
She might be
Oh.
So
short too,
Is
right?
she short though? Ebony, is she short or tall?
Ebony's I would think she's right around like 5'6", which is, I mean, that's average height for women. Probably a
Average.
little bit smaller, but she's, yeah. I mean, I'm 5'2", so everybody taller than me is tall to me. But yeah, he does, like, he has a type. He likes little women that he can put his arm around and dominate. And
Mm-hmm.
when I was saying like intimidation, I think that he uses, there's different psychological factors that
You're right.
abusers can use, like they can, they do little small things like put all their body weight on you, make you feel
Yeah.
like, either make you feel safe or make you feel, you make you feel kind of scared. And that's why I
Yeah.
think she knows when to shut up. And like, there's no way that a man in jail could just absolutely make me silence myself. And especially when you calling me asking me for money. Can you put $100 in my book, love? Can you do that for me?
Girl,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. After you just paid 2,500, and then 5,000, and then 5,000 some more.
what
Like,
killed me when he was going to get that, she was going to get that raggedy F-50, F-35 or whatever, 350. He gonna
350.
say, she said, oh, it's $900. She said it's expensive, and he said, how much is it? She said $900 or $700. That's all. You in jail? You don't have a dollar.
well, I think he looking at it like, I just spent more of your money than that.
Exactly. Yep.
I spent
Yeah,
more than
yeah,
that, baby.
yeah. You got it.
I know you
Yeah.
got it. I done seen your paychecks. It came straight to the bank. I got the debit card. It's in custody right now, but I know how much you make.
Girl. I was like, they don't even have a dime. What is
Did you
he
find
talking
it,
about?
Miss Sylvia?
No, I didn't find
It
it.
was April 25th, 2016. If you go all the way, I had to just scroll all the way down and I found it. I can send it to you. Dre's not a bad looking man, but he's tall.
Send
Yeah,
it
he's
to her.
taller than Nesto.
Send it to her on
Is he
email.
big? Yeah, email it to me. I'll open it up.
Okay, I can email it to you. Hang on.
Yeah,
Sparks.
he's big and tall, Miss Sylvia. He look like he go to the big and tall store.
Yeah, because this guy's big. Was
And
big.
he's like brown skinned,
Yeah, he's
kind of
brown,
caramel brown.
but he was real big. That's what I remember about him. He was big, and I think he had an earring in his ear, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to
Is it
remember. If it was
You
a
said
couple of,
he was in court as well? The person you're referring to?
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
is it infamous Sylvia?
Yeah. It's Sparks1565 at gmail.com.
J Girl say Lamont is on Facebook.
What?
Yeah, because I haven't seen Lamont yet. I've seen Dre, but I haven't seen Lamont.
Dre is his personal
What
body.
is Lamont big? Is he big? Who said they seen him?
Well,
Is he
that's what J
big?
Girl 62 say.
Cause he sound like he a big dude too.
Who, Lamont?
Yeah, his voice.
Well, I was gonna play the call from today. Hold on a second, y'all, because there was hold on, let's just play it for those who hadn't listened to it today yet.
Well, that was a good. Yeah, it was. It was. It really was. But the only thing about that is, my male friend, they be competing about me. I don't know why. I just be in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I go through. So, yeah, I can't even tell Dre. Oh, he came to the cell. He'll be mad. He'll be mad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I got his number. If you need anything, just let him know. You can write it down. Okay, we'll give it to you. All right. Well, that's good. He didn't even ask you. I mean, that's what I like. That he's not condemning you or judging you. Oh no, I've been knowing him 25 years. Mm-hmm. He remember when some kids had ran behind me. They were smoking weed, and I had just came home like a year. Had my stuff clean, everything, brand new car, and the kid ran in the back of it. But they locked me up for a 13-year-old case that they never came and picked me up on. And that's when I met BC. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Listen to this. I want you to hear this. This says, "Bring me out of prison that I may give thanks to your name. The righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me. Bring me out of prison so I can thank you. The godly will crowd around me, for you are good to me." Read it again. Yeah. Okay, Dad. I'll see you later. Hold on, honey. All right. Have a good day.
No whistling.
Bye, honey. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. She's gone. She just said tell you hi. She's out to work. It says, "Bring me out of prison that I may give thanks to your name. The righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me. Bring me out of prison so I can thank you. The godly will crowd around me, for you are good to me." So you say, "God crowd around me"? Is that what you're saying? A godly crowd. Oh, a godly crowd. The godly. Listen. It says, "The godly will crowd around me, for you are good to me." You got to say that for me. Uh-huh. I will. I need that. Say that for me. Yeah. Yes. I will. It comes out of Psalm 142. If you get the Bible, Psalm starts with a P. Psalm 142.
Why does she feel the need to tell him that, girl?
Wait a minute.
No.
She said,
That's humiliating.
oh my God.
So he don't pick up the Bible at all.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. All right. I had to stop it. Start with a P.
But
He
then
probably-
after that, she said, "If you get a Bible, how come you can't send a Bible to your husband? How come you? If she wants him to have a Bible,
He would have a Bible. He'd have. This is what I don't understand. Why can't she works on a computer every day? Why can't you? You can go. You can send care packages through that whole Connect network. Cause I got frustrated and started Googling it. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, you can order care packages. You can send books through Amazon to
That
them.
was the guy. That was the guy. That was him.
Where?
That was the
Where?
guy.
That was the guy that was there?
That was them. Yes. That was him. That was the guy right there. But he got the earrings in his ear. Does he have an earring on his ear here? That guy had an earring in his ear. That's the guy. But he was a little bit bigger than that.
That's his old celly. That's his old celly from his first long bid.
What's his
The
name?
zoom and wham guy.
What's his name?
Great.
right?
Dre.
Andre. I think it's Andre. I think it's Andre, but he
It's
goes by
Andre.
Dre.
That's who was there. He's big. He's bigger than that right now. Did he
Ooh,
gain weight?
I don't know. He says a truck.
The beard. I mean, he had the beard and everything. His head was kind of big.
He's a truck driver because it's not one of those calls I was listening to when I was coming. He said he was dropping off a freight, and so he sounds like he has his own business where he's actually legitimate. He's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's allegedly. I don't know, but he's my type, like big like that and with that deep voice. I like I like that. But I like the big old man with the deep voice. And I like white blue collar men like that work hard. Um, but he took care of Nesto. He made sure he's like, you ain't got no money on your books. What? Everybody put no money on your books. Hold on. And he made sure that Nesto had his zoom zooms and wham whams, and Nesto went and got him some tennis shoes instead of getting zoom zooms and wham whams.
I
Wow.
got to get off this live, but the other day when she was trying to connect and put that money on his books,
Oh my
who
God.
lost all their brain cells listening to
Girl, I
that?
was so
Me,
frustrated. Oh my
me.
God.
Oh,
I noticed when Tasha was talking to her, you see he didn't do all that whistling and talking about yeah. He didn't say anything when she got off that phone because he was trying to hear what Tasha had to say.
Mm-mm-mm.
Did
I
Tasha?
was,
See, I didn't listen to that one. I just saw it. Listened to the one this morning.
That's
yeah, I
the
That's what
call
she
you
listened
thought.
to
just
That's what she
part
was
played.
of it.
talking
I had
about.
to turn it
The
off
call
because
you
I
just
couldn't
played.
take it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
When
It was
she
too much.
when she's oh gosh, they're not accepting the password. Well, I already put it in.
Mhm,
Oh my
mhm.
gosh. She wasted a whole 30 minutes on the phone call. Jail phone
And
time is valuable.
and then
What
she was
killed me?
dialing a 9-digit telephone number. I'm
Yeah,
like, what did
that's
you
what
think was
killed
gonna
me right
happen?
there.
Whew.
I told y'all she's struggling.
Girl.
mm,
This
mm,
lady is struggling trying to make it day to day, trying to fake it till she make it.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm,
She
mm.
said she ain't got
Okay.
time to be worried about jailhouse protocol and all that. She ain't finna send no books. She ain't
The
finna
radio
go up there. She ain't finna do none of that.
the radio station can hire her a personal assistant. They really can. That
Well,
she
she
could have
can
put that.
not on now because all that money she's gonna be making.
I
Well,
can't believe she was
sh
given a contract. Oh my God.
I don't know how to find a personal assistant.
Wait a
No,
minute. Hold on. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why do
I
people do
wanted
that?
to say something too, but I didn't
What? What?
see it
What? I mean,
coming.
what? A hate Shirley session. No
That's what
woman
he
to
said.
woman support. Obviously, you have not been on here from the beginning.
No,
No.
they haven't.
No, okay. We'll excuse them then.
Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. I gotta go. I had to get up in the morning.
All right.
I enjoyed it, Sylvia.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. But I'm gonna have to go to bed too, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Bye.
go to
Okay.
bed because tomorrow I'll be in court with the YSL.
Oh yeah.
So that's my case I've been working on. But I have been checking the documents, the docket at the court in regard to Nesto. I've been checking on Erica to see how her case is going as well. So she's still on that. They have not been indicted. None of the cases that's still open has been indicted. There's no indictment right now whatsoever.
That is interesting that they're still in
Charges.
no indictment.
They looking for more cases.
Yeah.
I think they're rushed to charge,
Hmm.
and they don't have all the ducks in a row.
Right.
And I guess that varies from state to state because usually they will wait before arresting if they don't have enough to hold. And some states you can only hold for certain periods of time
Here too.
Right.
if you
They,
have
they the paperwork says on the thing, it says beyond time. So they passed their limit. So I don't understand how they're gonna handle that.
They
Wow.
probably gonna have to let some of those cases go. You got enough of them. They can let some of them go and still get him.
if
But
he proves
none of the seven are indictments. None of them.
it.
Yeah.
Really?
None of them.
Well, Sylvia, how can they continue to hold him then if they're not indicting him?
I don't know.
he's dangerous, and that's probably why they swooped him up so quick. So they're trying to I guess they're trying to prove how dangerous he is before they can build up the rest of their case. Because sometimes in some states and some jurisdictions will allow you to pick up somebody who is like like almost like a hazard to the society.
Society, yeah.
But here,
So
They required after a certain amount of time of being in jail, they required to give them a bond. It might be super, super high, but they're required, if they're not indicted, you got to give them a bond.
But who's gonna pay the bond if they give him a bond?
Well, somebody was gonna pay $800,000 before.
He must have another rich benefactor that he can blackmail, because that's what they're asking for is about $1 million.
But
Allegedly.
his attorney requested for that bond to be lowered, so they haven't had a hearing on that yet. So that's going to be the next hearing. We're going to be there for that. I mean, us.
I did have a question for Atlanta and Georgia.
Mhm.
Writing checks. Now, out here on the West Coast, you can't write checks and get something right away. You have to wait for clearance. There are 51,000 checks written and bounced all over the place. And how was they? I just wondered about Georgia. Is that something that's still going on, that people are writing checks? That seems to be so outdated for me. But that can be discussed at another time, but I just had that question.
I haven't seen anybody writing checks, and God knows, I haven't seen any. I don't
Well,
write.
but in all of the investigative things, he was writing checks left and right, and they were bouncing. And he was writing checks to pick up cars. He was writing checks for all sorts of different things, high income or high cost value things, and he was able to acquire them before the clearance. Well, there was no clearance of the checks.
But remember, these are businesses. The businesses
Yeah,
totally
they accept checks. I can
But
give you an
wasn't
answer
some
for
of them
that.
a cashier check?
Hmm?
Yeah. Was some of them a fake cashier's check too, though?
Yeah, there was some.
Yeah. That's Erica then. Erica printing those checks out, probably.
So,
That's
so a lot of
right.
allegedly.
That's
lot of
right. It was business. I was not thinking about that. Yeah.
even somebody who is writing off their personal account, if they like, if they're credit worthy, or if they prove that they have a they have a high income or so forth, and they've done business with them before in the past,
Yeah.
businesses will accept a personal check. Some businesses, do know better, but a lot of businesses handle it that way. They like to get a check, because some credit card companies will not approve, a $20,000 transaction on the spot, if it's out of your payment pattern. So it could lead to like fraud, a fraud alert and stuff, and you have to go through a series of things where you can just write a check and they'll let you leave with it, on a contingency that if this doesn't clear, bring the card back and we'll sort it out later. So it's kind of like the old school honor system when you write a check. And yeah, even like she said, cashier's checks. As long as the routing number verifies, they're good. They're reading that check and they're like, oh, okay, routing number verifies. They're not checking the account. They're not doing it. Most places don't do how I've done in the past is you call and verify that the funds are available. But he figured it out. He knew who to play the game with.
In the
Yep.
South, it's kind of slow anyway, because here in Texas, people still write checks. Not a lot of people, but you still have a lot of older people still writing checks,
That's
and
true.
you know they got like a new system where they can run them through real quickly, like a debit card, and they give you back the check. But some people still write checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was just thinking on a more personal level, if you're writing a check, a lot of times for high ticket items, they won't allow release of things if until clearance.
Not over here. Yeah, like I live in Vegas, so they're not doing that out here. They ain't
Yeah.
doing none of that out here.
Yeah.
Especially at the casinos, they ain't doing none of that. They're like, go to the bank and get a cashier's check. We'll wait. Like, especially if you get a marker at the casino and you are not paying, you owe for the marker, because you have to pay it generally at the end of the month if they know you,
Right.
and you try to write them a check, they're like, no sir, no thank you, go back. We gave you cash, give us cash back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, everybody, it is all that time of the night. Guys, I thoroughly enjoy you ladies giving me your opinion. But before we leave, I want to get your last thought on what we talk about as far as Shirley. What do you anticipate her next move?
To keep pushing like nothing happened.
Oh,
Stacy too much.
Whoa. Well, my hopes is that she learns how to, learn how to her finances, to get them established and just live her the rest of her life out good. And I hope she write a book because this is gonna help a lot of women. I'm telling you, it's gonna help a lot of women because it's a lot of women out here getting juked because of the way things look, and then they end up being a victim. So I just pray that she learns how to manage her finances and she write a book.
No, well, she say, what do you feel like she will do though? Not what she should do.
Yeah,
What
what
will
she
she
like
do?
will do.
Well, I think she should be better with her finances. Hopefully, that's what she should be better with her finances and don't really worry about a man. Just live her best life.
So that's what
Just
you think she done with me and Auntie D?
I would be after that. I don't know. I would be after that. She's 70. She went 20 years without one, 8 with a mass manipulator. So she just should get with her friends and enjoy her life.
Yeah. All right, Victoria.
What I think is, unfortunately, I think, and I hate to be negative Nancy, I think she's going to see this renewal of her contract at a larger amount as a sign that she's doing the right thing. And I don't necessarily think she's doing 100% the right thing, because I still think she very much cares for this man and wants to be the support for him. So I think she's gonna fall through in some way for him. Um, my hope is that she, like Auntie D said, she just writes a book, gets her a movie, or Lifetime, whatever, gets her a movie, and then gets renews her relationship with her friends, and especially her grandchildren and her daughter. That is my hope for her and my prayer for her, and that she is able to get some serious psychotherapy to heal her wounds.
Mhm.
Dolores.
um, unfortunately, I someone agree that I do not see any change unless, and I don't know what her rock bottom situation is, and you would think it would be this, but not until the Holy Spirit and God gets a hold of her and she really recognizes what she's doing and what she's in. And this is where I have a difference between passing and grace. Grace is what getting something that we don't deserve. Pass has something to do with we've got to recognize where we are and we've got to acknowledge where we are. And that's what she has to do, is acknowledge the mess she's in, come clean and open about it, then realize I can do something about this, or the Lord can help me get through it. And then the grace will come in. But until she really recognizes where she is, she can continue and snowball and snowball and snowball, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Auntie D, that person left a message. This message from that favor and favor one says,
What
y'all
is that?
pray, listen, y'all pray to get a better heart towards other women. I've been listening and it's disgusting and disrespectful. Veronica, Victoria, this is for you. Victoria is desperate for a man and the rest lonely and judgmental.
Okay.
Okay, Shirley girl, thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Sonia.
I know, right?
Yeah, thank you, Shirley and Sonia.
Is that a woman that said that, or a
Favor
man?
and
Probably.
favor.
Is that a man or a woman?
It just say favor.
I can't see. Oh, no picture.
Yeah, no picture.
Oh,
Well, I feel like
okay.
Shirley's gonna push on through and try to push this behind her and try to make us forget everything and let the dust settle down. And she gonna enjoy her job and enjoy her money. And we don't have to worry about her holding, being with Nesto because she won't be able to physically be with him because some people gonna stop all of that. But
Hmm.
and I think she sounded like she was already getting tired of this type of lifestyle. It's not in her repertoire. That's not what she planned on doing.
Do you think, like, remember when he was saying that you go ahead on and take care of yourself, do what you need to do for yourself? Remember, she kept saying, "What are you trying to say? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Are you giving up on us?"
She was. She was. She. He was. He was telling her to go, but
Right.
she didn't want to go. That was a clear sign, and she was like, "I don't want to." I don't want. If you're talking about divorce, I don't want that. That's what she said.
She did say that.
So she didn't want that, but he gave her an opportunity to leave. He did.
And granted, that was before all of these reveals, but still.
Right. He
Okay.
didn't want her to. He didn't want to face her.
I gotta do my music one last time. This is for Shay. Thank you, Shay, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shay. I want to make a statement, especially with this comment that the person made. First of all, everyone, this is basically informational, and everyone has an opinion, and everyone can express their opinion. And just because you disagree with those on the panel does not make your us any judgmental or just nasty. We have a right to speak our mind as individuals based on our own personal experience. If you disagree, that's fine. But for you to say we're disgusting because we have an opinion of based on our own personal experience, it's not bashing women. It's just sometimes you have to go just see the reality of where we've come from, um I believe that particular person has something going on within them. Um,
Hmm.
and I do feel it's a cry out. I feel there's a cry out for that person because they're very defensive on someone else's opinion. And I don't know exactly what they're going through, but I pray to God that whatever they're dealing with, whatever hurt, I don't know if it's a cry out because it was pretty strong and they've been sticking with that. It wasn't like these people have their own opinion type of thing. It was just they really feel that we're beating up on women who make choices like this. I don't believe anyone should be in any relationship that a person is doing criminal thing because it's going to bring you down. I think she should take care of herself. I'm talking about Shirley. And and I just hope no one's getting offended by other people's feelings about certain things. That's not our intention. That's not my intention at all. And this basically is for us to learn, to understand that there are certain things that people go through, and there's a lot of women probably going through the same thing Shirley's going through and just not saying anything. And this may be a wake up call, a help for them. And it's not bashing. I don't see anything anybody on this panel said as bashing. It's just their understanding their experiences. And you cannot be upset of someone else's experience. So that's what I got to say about that. Um, Auntie, you want to say the last word?
No, what you said was true. This really is a learning experience. It's a learning experience. I have learned some things. I had a friend that I shared this with, and she's a lot like Shirley, and she said, I learned a lot by listening, to you guys just talking, because she has been taken advantage of by people because she's kind and don't know how to say no. And so I just think that it's really teaching a lot of women to think before you get into these relationships.
Mhm.
We're not bashing Shirley. I'm for Shirley, and I'm glad that God blessed her. I'm so happy for her. I want her to go and do well.
Mhm.
So
Definitely.
that person can say what they want to say. Everybody had their own opinion. That person that said that, they have their own opinion. Everybody, like you said, from your experience. Because I speak from my experience, not something that somebody told me, but my experience. So whatever, that's the way I feel about that. Whatever. And I'm not a whatever person, but we're not being negative. We're just, people are listening and they're learning. That's just my opinion. You
Yeah,
don't like it, you don't have to. It's like eat the meat and throw away the bone.
exactly. Happy Sanford said before, because he's coming up with some good stuff. Happy Sanford says, I have an opinion. Why don't they start a page supporting lost-minded, low self-esteem women?
I don't mean to laugh. Can I just say one thing, Miss Sylvia?
Sure.
I feel like you're gonna be in the movie. I feel like this is the tea of the day, and we can't help cause the tea is out there. This is what y'all do. This is a platform for us, for entertainment purposes, for wisdom purposes, for learning purposes. And this is what content creators is all about. This is what social media is all about. For everybody to have their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And if you feel a certain way, that's you're entitled to feel that way. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Deborah says she believes that probably she's over him by now, and that's all I'm saying. And you know what, guys? I really think she went to that court to hear exactly what is
Hmm.
going on.
Some closure.
Some
Yeah.
closure. I agree.
Because
Yep.
I would.
I
Me
agree.
too.
And maybe that helped her make the right decision. Maybe I should, maybe going to court help her see the light.
She could have went to that hearing and went in the car and cried and just like and just did a cleansing cry. Because that happens too. It's like, Lord have mercy. She could have been like, Lord have mercy. Thank you for delivering me from him. She could have. Who knows? I just understand that just based on what we're hearing in the calls from her specifically, and how how much he seems like a narcissist. It just seems like it would be harder for her to release herself of him. And she's older too, and she, just looking at everything in totality, that's why I say she's not quite done with him yet. I think something she may feel a little guilt on one end, and then she may feel a little relief on another end. Her name, she's not been brought up in any criminal complaints as far as a co-defendant or anything. The more she hears, the more it may hurt her, but it's probably delivering her too. So I just don't think she's 100% done yet. That's what my spirit is telling me, that she's not. She may have one toe in, not a whole foot in,
Mhm.
but she's still feeling the pain, and maybe she wants to talk to him. Maybe she wants to say, why? What did you need that was that bad?
And then the other thing too, the embarrassment is so high.
Right.
She's a public figure who championed herself as being a person in excellent standing. Everything's perfect in her life, and all of a sudden, her whole life is opened up and ridicule. People just, she's like exposed, and not her exposed. I'm just saying is she's how her life became an open book, and she had no control over it because people listening to personal conversation that they had that she thought that no one was listening to, and then she tried to hide what she was going through. Now everybody knows that my husband is this, and we've gone through this, and my finances messed up, and this is like the bottom of the bottom. It's just like, I don't know. And I know God is allowing it for a reason. We just don't know. And a lot of us, it's a wake-up call for some of us because we're in the same situations, you know. And I say us because, you know, I'm not necessarily anybody particular, but we are all have been vulnerable in relationship, male and female, gotten with people who were selling dreams and we believe, and they were just draining us. And this is just I believe this is a lesson for everybody, some kind of way. It's not by accident why we're in here, right? But I don't need to be in here all night. I gotta go to bed.
Well, can we go out on Everything's Out in the Open by Johnny Taylor?
Huh? I can't play music in here.
Can we go out on Everything's Out in the Open by Johnny Taylor?
You know what? I can't play music because I haven't bought rights to certain things yet. So I have to, you know, people suing me left and right around here. So I just better stay cool, you know. But everyone, because as you guys know, I have to say a prayer before we leave. Auntie, could you pray for us tonight?
Yes. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we come to you. We just thank you for this live. We thank you for these women that's on the panel, Father God. We lift up Shirley before you right now, Father God, and we just ask you to heal her mind, body, and soul, Father God. Don't let her be embarrassed anymore, Father God. We just thank you for the victory that you gave her on today, Father God. And we thank you for each and every woman in this room tonight and the men. If they're going through something, let this be a healing for them, Father God. Don't let it be a gossiping session, Father God. We want to speak out so that some people can be aware of what's going on in their surroundings, Lord. And we just thank you right now for Sylvia. And we ask you to protect her as she go in and out of these courtrooms. We ask you to camp your angels of protection all around and about her, Father God. And we just thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Amen.
Amen. And you know what? I forgot to do the add on people for the raffle because we're doing a raffle for Thanksgiving turkey. Those who shared the channel and those who hit the like button, who shared really, and anybody who has done so, send me an email and I will add your name to the thing and put it inside of here. Okay. So
well, how can we eliminate our names, Miss Sylvia? You said you're gonna put our names in it automatically, or just emailing you is the way our name gonna
email
go?
me if you got. Okay. I'm using the honor system here. If you actually shared this video and hit the like button, you can send me an email.
Well, I'm gonna send you one to tell you not to put my name in it because I don't have any children or need or anything. So I want someone that needs.
You don't have to put your name in if you don't. Yeah, you don't have to. But this is for the Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, for the turkey, just a turkey.
Well, if I win, you give it to a family. If I win, give it to a family because nobody's here but me, and I don't need it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. May the Lord watch between me and Dee while we're absent one from another. Have a great night, guys. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Here's the church music. Bye.